America's Trip live stream.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Hope you're having a wonderful night tonight. It is a Wednesday evening, my dudes, and we have some of the best, wackiest, and, well, some of the worst news of all time as well. Are you feeling good today? Are you feeling like maybe you fell for it again? This is probably my favorite image on the internet right now. The Ark of the Covenant fell for it again award, and then everybody just getting instantly vaporized by it. This image goes hard right now, okay? And I'm sipping on my purple copium, as it were. Hope your night's going well, gents. Hmm. Richard, how's your day going?
Good, good. I hope everybody's having a good night. At least as good as it can be.
I mean, at least it's fun. You know, some people saying some wacky things about 50-year mortgages, 15-year car loans, infinite H-1B visas for, to replace all the untalented Americans that we have here in the US because we're just too stupid to figure out how to do certain things here. Say la vie, say la vie. Oh yeah, and 600,000 Chinese spies or students, as they're called, all on our dime. Fantastic, fantastic. Love it very, very much. Yeah, I'm thinking there's a bubble. But we also have some really fun stuff, okay? To be honest, Richard, there hasn't been much drama in the gun industry, really. Like, there hasn't been a video that we've had to react to of somebody saying something retarded or some company doing something awful. It's been pretty mellow, you know? It's like a company releases something that's a little stupid. PSA releases 100 of the same thing every year. It's like, whatever. Q gets a little bit of trouble for making their gas tubes out of melted down high points, but other than that, it's been pretty boring, which is kind of a good thing, right? Because if you
That's
have something to
slanderous to
react
High
to,
Point, sir.
well, but point being, if you have something to, cover every week where we're doing hours of, can you believe what this idiot said, or can you believe what this company did, or whatnot?
Yeah,
While obviously it's good for business, it's bad for the industry, bad for
it
people as
is.
a whole. So
Now,
why don't I do want to
uh,
start out with something at least tangentially relevant to all of you guys out there, because we're nearing in. We got about 45 days left of this year, which means 2026. No tax stamps on suppressors or SBRs, right? So we could have some cool stuff coming up. But here's one that I have never heard of before. I saw this today. Somebody had to share it with me. It's called Jaguar silencers. Have you ever heard of this?
So I have heard of it, but I did not look into it.
So Jaguar silencer, I believe they use something called intermittent reduced flow for their cans. So where precision meets silence, at Jaguar silencers, we take pride in dedicating our time and engineering expertise to create the finest sound suppression available today. We listen to feedback from those who use and train with our products in the field. Our innovations and designs are driven by developments made for some of the world's most elite shooters, blah, 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 so on and so forth. The thing that they always say. Now, the weird one
That
is the X series, which it is not. It looks like a tumor. It's like we have
well,
the
it looks like those
expansion.
12 gauge. They had 12 gauge suppressors that looked like
Oh,
that. I
sure.
believe it was called the Salvo 12. I think it was the
Hmm.
name of it.
Yep. Yeah.
That's what this reminded me of.
Similar, but for a 5.56 gun. So it is just a large nutsack hanging down expansion chamber underneath your suppressor, which means that you have to be able to mount like time the suppressor, right? Because imagine how annoying it would be to have that like sticking straight up above your handguard or straight out to the left or right. So you would actually have to time your suppressor. So I imagine, however, this installs, you have to be able to time it, which makes it even more annoying.
Well, if it's anything like the other one, the muzzle device itself, there was a mount that went onto the muzzle device, and after you got it on there, you just clocked it with a basically like a detent system.
Mm. So the X series, it should be called like the Tumor series, T series, by Jaguar offers premium performance in a compact package. Well, not very compact. By utilizing an X, oh, wow, I see what they did there. It's good marketing. An expanded chamber at the bottom of the can, the silencer achieves superior suppression without the need for extra length. This innovative approach effectively traps gas and sound, resulting in a quieter and higher performing silencer. The X series uses an advanced intermittent flow system atop the expanded chamber, far superior to conventional suppressors. Jaguar accomplishes this high-tech design with the use of additive manufacturing, meaning 3D printed, which is very cheap, unlocking possibilities that traditional manufacturing methods cannot match, perfect for users seeking exceptionally high performance in a compact package. Now, when I say cheap, like the startup costs are insane. The designs can be very, very expensive. So I get that there's a lot of startup costs. Can I actually click on this? Why would you let me just go to the actual X series itself? Unbelievable.
That
Rifle
would be too simple.
suppressors. That'd be way too simple if I could just click on the picture and go to it. Do, 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 do. I get here. Okay, well, it's direct thread, which is not the one that you want. MSRP of $1,000. Hub mount MSRP $1,200. So there's got to be a secondary way to time it then, because that quite literally would hang above like and get in the way of IR lasers if the fin was straight up basically. So rated for full auto, whatever that means. Inconel, solid Inconel 718. That's cool. So it is going to be really, really tough. 12.7 ounces. That's fine. Reduced back pressure or intermittent flow, whatever they want to call it. It's not. It's
12.7
not
for having
terrible.
that big tumor hanging off the bottom isn't bad at all.
Well, that's a K can weight. Like I think the my Resonator K and Turbo K are about 10 to 11 ounces, not including the hub, right? So depending on suppressor mount, hub, whatever it might be, you could be 13, 14 ounces,
What's
right?
the overall length on this one?
6 inches. Why doesn't it say the length on it? You'd think it would just straight up say the length on it, but right here. So it is 5.75 inches. So again, it's K can length. At the thickest part of the tumor, it is 2.25 inches. Now, my question is, why wouldn't you just make it a
Bigger
175
around,
can? Yeah, why wouldn't you just make it a 175 can?
because then you don't get idiots like you and I talking about it because it looks funny.
Well, I mean, is this how it actually looks from the front?
Yeah,
So does it widen out at the back and then taper down to the front? That looks awful. Yeah, I mean, I would like a reduced back pressure, solid, 3D printed Inconel can. Like that's cool, but I don't know if I want the tumor hanging on the side of it. Say la vie, maybe it'll be cool. I'm all for more innovation, and I think people will be buying more cans in the new year. So you will undoubtedly see more people entering that market.
100%, especially if something gets pushed through, like I hope is going to be pushed through, as far as the removal of the registry itself.
Oh, is there some new development on that? I mean, as far as I'm concerned, it's all wishful thinking. But I also thought that just the
Well,
HPA was wishful thinking in and of itself. So,
supposedly, as of a couple hours ago, Congress is pushing for the removal of the registry itself.
oh, actually, Despop, you did remind me of that. Somebody did send me these cans or sent me the link to these cans. The Outlier Backdraft. Let me look it up again. Oh wait, no, that's the barrel.
That's the
right?
barrel
That's the
system, but
barrel.
it
We talked
comes
about that
with,
on Monday.
but it also comes
Mhm.
with a suppressor system that you can thread onto it.
Muzzle brakes, backdraft. Yeah, I mean, it could be cool, right? It could be cool. They were at SHOT Show last year with Arkin, right? They were at the Arkin
Yes.
booth last year. Yeah.
Correct. Arkin
So-
is Outlier is the sister company of Arkin.
I mean, so I got something similar to this actually. Well, I can't show it on screen because it's
Did you get that
has all the
9mm?
prices and stuff like there. Yeah, so that's coming, and that's kind of a similar concept. It's just it's a ported barrel with its sleeve, and then you thread your can directly onto it. So similar thing.
I'm very
If the
interested
cans
in
are
that.
actually listen, I can't wait until people figure out that you can just sell cans at $200 because they're not particularly expensive. Now, yeah, I mean, Red Right Hand says it looks like a good can for an auto rifle. Well, the solid Inconel is not a bad option. So if you need something that is just ultra durable, reduced back pressure, could be cool. So I mean, and we're kind of seeing cans like this for some reason. Like you remember that can that we took a look at like a couple months ago, the Crane can that they're using where it's
Yeah.
like two pieces with chambers that go weird directions, and then there's like a longer section that clips onto it. It's crazy.
The one that looks like AI designed it.
Yeah, well, you say that, but that actually might be true, right? It's you just plug in hey, what would be the most inefficient path for gas to flow, and then AI or ChatGPT just like says, okay, here you go. Here's the worst flow path possible. And then somebody's like, perfect.
Well,
Excellent.
I believe Nikola Tesla figured out the worst flow path like a century ago.
Straight through his brain. How about that? All right. Let me see. What should we go to next? Okay, we're gonna cover the craziest man online. Or I don't think so. Okay, I'm actually gonna defend this man. I don't think he's crazy. I think he's a bit emotional. He crashes out. He likes crashing out, and he likes trolling people. He's a prolific crash out connoisseur. He used to be really big on TikTok. He got canceled. I tried to get him
Trench grenade?
on the show. No, not Trench Grenade. I tried to get this fine young man on the show. I tried and I failed. He doesn't want to come on because he thinks I'm just going to make fun of him. But I actually think that he has a chance to make himself look a lot better and not just be like a autistic spurg on Twitter or whatnot. But that would be Mr. Cody Ripito. Are you familiar with Cody Ripito at all?
So, not very familiar, but I am familiar with this situation, and it is wild.
No, not Hop, not Orion. You guys are yeah, scared to come on stream. Kind of gay, true. But Cody Ripito he used to be really big on TikTok, and he would do 1 minute gun news basically, and that's it. So he would talk about that, and he was one of the few people on TikTok actually doing that. So I think he had 800,000 followers. He was getting millions of views on his videos and whatnot. TikTok bans him, right? They essentially steal $1,000 in creator revenue or $1,500 in creator revenue that's in his account. He starts crashing out against their automated like customer service line,
Yeah.
He threatens to go to their facilities, to their US headquarters, to have a chat with them. Through this customer service line, they end up filing a restraining order against him, and then he takes them to court through this process and tries to win against them because he was borderline threatening them, which she has a habit of borderline threatening people, right? Coming very close to that line of saying, I am going to inflict bodily harm upon you if you do not do what I want you to do, basically. So this is kind of the gentleman's modus operandi. He might not be the most stable individual, but if you would just come on and have a conversation, I think it would go quite well. I asked him, he didn't want to. Yeah, don't worry, it's all here. Don't worry. But I think if he could come on, he would appear a lot more normal, right? I think just the internet makes people do wacky things and they spurg out and they say all sorts of silly stuff. So this is Lord Dianexis. Hey, Gundy Awards, just want you to know that this dude is calling me via Instagram audio, threatening to literally murder me at SHOT Show. Tag SHOT Show, including James J. Reeves, and the fact that he will have a gun on him at Palmetto State Armory. So he's tagging all these people saying, hey, this guy's threatening me. He's a Gundy Awards nominee, which is quite funny as well. And there's all these other people here that he's essentially threatening to do bodily harm against. So this is Cody Ripito. Dynexy saying, I have no time to troll. I'm at the gym, sir. Do the same. Cody, keep acting tough right now. But I'm not. I'm small. You really are going to weep and regret your words. Hence the gym. And then he just keeps going on. You will apologize right now. You are right the F now, just like demanding things, essentially. It's crashing out. It's what it is. Stupid effing modern people think I'm going to live your effing way. Internet is not a effing safe. And this continues on and on and on. Like, he is saying he's going to meet these people in person, wipe their smiles off their faces if they don't acknowledge him. For a long time, he was going after Vintage Warfare and Reno May for not acknowledging him and not giving him the credit that he deserves. Like, he was essentially saying that Reno May was...
I remember him from.
Yeah, he was essentially saying that, oh, Reno May stole my whole flow, by doing gun news. And Cody was like, I did it first. I was the biggest on TikTok. You guys never heard of me. They cut me out. Nobody cares about me. Oh, you guys are all fake and whatever,
So he was been around for like 15 years.
Yeah. I would recommend. I would recommend against physical interaction with mentally unstable people, right? So let's see here. Now, Gun Gnome, right, or Cody Ripito, as he's known, is going up against Dianexis, JJ Reeves, Reno Make Guns, Vintage Warfare. Told this guy I was going to wipe the smug smile off his face. That is a threat, good sir. If you say I'm going to be at SHOT Show 2, I'm going to find you and wipe the smile off your face. That is a threat. That I don't know. It's just definitionally a threat. I don't know what to say there. By being at SHOT Show because he said I was not a real social media influencer when I will be at SHOT Show, exclusive to influencers. Lol, he works for you at FBI, right? Because Dianexis claimed at one point that he worked for the FBI. I don't know whether he actually does or not. But again, he's coping really hard, right? It's like, no, I'm an influencer. I'm going to SHOT Show with this exclusive to influencers. SHOT Show is not an influencer event. It's a industry event. Well, it's an industry event, right? It's for the industry. It's because like the industry talks to the industry there, right? And that includes the media, that includes journalists and people like us, right? But it's for the industry. It's not a open to the public event. It's for industry people, right? Luke says, I bet you James has just completely ignored this dude. Lol, he barely responds to me and I work with him. Well, we're gonna go through all of his responses here. So Gun Gnome went ahead and gave everybody the info that they needed, right? Because he went ahead and posted his own receipts of the conversations and exactly what he said. And Dianexis, whatever you say this anime PFP person's name, not familiar with him. Dianexis, I'm sure he's a fine person. Anyways, but he trolls him so hard. And Gun Gnome just falls for it every single time and gets more and more mad at just the simplest of things. So, y'all think you're so funny till you meet a real effa like me that isn't a nihilist. Dianexis, what? I'm not someone to not take seriously, and my whole effing town knows it. If you're the crazy person in town, that's a problem, good sir. You should not be known by your whole town unless you live in a tiny little town like me where quite literally everybody knows each other, right? I just don't think that's a great idea. But internet suburb boys still act smug and haze. Gonna be some real serious faces on that frat boy soon for this internet mouth runny shoot. Sir, this is a Bojangles. Never underestimate my hate. Never underestimate my hate and selfishness. All right.
Sir, this is a Bojangles.
Yeah, it continues on. There's a lot of this. Sir, I quite literally have no idea what you're talking about. I'm just a small Latina. You tell James Reeve I'll be seeing him in person at SHOT Show. All right, I'm just saying. Yeah, POS Min Racer says this guy threatened a lawyer and a Fed at the same time in the same day. Not a great plan. Not a great plan. Let's see how it goes. Okay.
Bold strategy, Cotton.
Let's see how it goes. Okay, so you tell James Reeves I'll be seeing him in person at SHOT Show soon. That's really awkward. Especially when we're talking about threats and other stuff like that. Don't be doing that. Silly stuff. It's all right. No, it's not. Made it 32 years of life, not letting anybody look at me wrong or disrespect me. I'm gonna effing win. I'm gonna win hard. I'm gonna win hard, and it's gonna feel good. Real effing good. I like how it's like, I made it 32 years in this hard life, 32 hard years on this world. You think I'm gonna let you look at me wrong, boy? You think I'm gonna let you look at me wrong? Disrespect my name? My whole town knows I'm crazy. Ask them. I'm gonna effing win. I'm gonna win hard. This can feel so good to win so hard. You've never been so hard when I'm winning. The Dianexus responds, you were dancing through the lightning strikes. And the response, do you think this life is an effing joke? Boy, you think this is a joke? It's real life. I'm gonna kill you in real life. Sleepless in the Onyx Night. You people will not be laughing soon. Soon enough, you're gonna learn how serious some people take themselves. Failed threat, once again. I think this is threat number 3 at this point, or let's say, for the sake of not wanting to get sued by a litigious, stable individual, seems to be the 3rd apparent threat at this point in time. But now the sky is opalite? Opalette? I don't know what that word is. Dynexus got a bigger vocabulary than I do, but that's not saying much. Now, here's the thing. Then he attempts to call Dianexus twice. He attempts to call twice. And then says, that's what the F I thought. You won't pick up on a stranger, boy? You won't let me yell at you, boy? Huh? You want to talk to a real man like me? I'm 32 years old. He just responds, a wolf must always protect his canes. That's right. Protect your canes, bro. Top tier trolling. Fantastic work.
Protect them nuggies.
And then here is veiled threat number 4. I'm going to make sure you remember this conversation for the rest of your effing life, and that you would wished you would show some more respect. You have completely effed up each and every one of you troll motherfuckers. And I'm going to enjoy wiping the smiles off your cocky faces. All right. Again, but, this is going to hurt me, my voice, to continue doing this for much longer, but unfortunately, there's still more that we have to
opportunity
go
to role play this. You could have played one, and I could have done the other.
Okay, you got to take the femboy twink voice, and I'll do the other one. So now this is within 3 minutes. Within 3 minutes, he calls again 2 more times. 3 more times.
Wow.
Okay, and then we have more. Don't worry. But wait, there's more. All right, receipts 5, 6, and 7. No one threatened you. I mean, you kind of did. You kind of did. You kind of did. You kind of did. Now, there is one word to describe somebody like this.
Schizophrenic?
No. This, because we've dealt with people like this before. Specifically, terribly tactical.
Drop the addy, bro.
Pull up. This is King Wigga of Wiggerstan. Okay, that's exactly what this is. This is sleep paralysis demon cowboy. All right. Receipts 5, 6, and 7. My brother, I normally don't tell people this, but you need to stop this before it goes any further, because I do in fact work for the FBI, and you're now threatening a federal agent. Small brain move. Have fun. Do you think that means an effing thing to me? It better. You won't see me at SHOT Show, but we'll see you, which is just referring to, like, don't be trying to do something stupid in public when people actually have friends and aren't just being a crazy person in a crowd. Also, This guy is pretty hard to miss with the, I think his hair is like 3 feet long and he has this beautifully manicured beard that goes really far down. It's a pretty cowboy. Pretty cowboy. Unlike you, I'm not a bunch of talk. You know it's a felony to claim you work for the FBI, right? I'm turning your ass in right now. You know that it's a felony to have an absolute dump truck of an ass like that, right? He just continues to go. He just continues to murder him and then
That's bait.
there is no relax and chill in Wiggerville. True. Broke Mountain Boy. Elliot Page. Oh my gosh. No, this guy crashes out on everybody. Okay, that's the thing. I've had conversations with Cody in DMs, and he comes off very normal, very chill, right? But then he says, I just like to crash out. That's what our founding fathers wanted. Our founding fathers wanted us to be able to crash out. Freedom of speech, so on and so forth, right? And it's like, yeah, you can do your crash out, and everybody can make fun of you for being a little bit of a effeminate, you know, and not letting things go and not being a man about things, right? And just anytime somebody says even a slight against you or doesn't respond instantly, you threaten to attack them, right? Karl Marx, unbelievable. Yeah, vegan. I got vegan and pagan mixed up because they kind of go hand in hand sometimes. But yeah, Viking or pagan tattoo for sure.
Same,
for
but
sure.
different.
Oh
my God.
the bottom. Whoa, murdered. Now he's gonna find me a shot show. Tragic, unbelievable.
It's all right.
Listen,
he doesn't know what I look
top,
like.
top man. No. Well, it's funny. You two look alike. You're the same person if you had longer hair and a beard. Dude, you're not even calling. What the heck? Dude, you're not even calling my people. I'm gonna enjoy calling on you right now. And then he literally just pulls up the AI search. Is it illegal to claim to be an FBI person? Which I think impersonation of an FBI agent is a crime, right?
But saying not if you work for the FBI, which
well, like, listen, if I looked at you guys right now and said, guys, I work for the FBI, I am a federal informant, right? That's not a felony. Who cares? But if you were actually in an official capacity and using that impersonation to do something like in commission of a crime, I think then it's a problem, right? I don't know. I'm not a lawyer. He did threaten a lawyer, but I'm not a lawyer. Do not clip that. That clip. All right, fine. We already know. We know. That's why we're all here. Okay. It's actually the joke is that, you know, I'm a Fed, but everybody in the chat is also Feds trying to turn in everybody else in the chat. So it's like everybody's ironically doing end towers in the chat, trying to write down everybody's names, who's participating, but it's just everybody's actually a Fed. Let's see who's laughing now. Every single one of you effers that effed with me on behalf of James Reeves. I don't know why he singled out James Reeves. Probably because James just ignored him. Because James should ignore like 99.9% of these people, right? Until they start like actually physically threatening violence. So don't do that. On behalf of James Reeves, has something I can get you on some kind of dirt. I'm gonna find the dirt on the rest of you, mother effer, just like I got dirt on you right now. Ooh. He likes dirty boys, what can I say? As long as you motherfuckers regret effing with me, I'll win. So I'm not going to be making that report. Now, tough guy, you thought I was someone to look at wrong, to smile at, to effing laugh at?
Yes.
Are people really this retarded?
Yes.
Like, they're so small that, like, somebody laughing at them or calling them out or any of this stuff, like Nimda, right? We all laugh at Nimda. We all make fun of Nimda. Does Nimda crash out and shoot a girl in the head with a PSA AK? Yes, but that's why he's Nimda, right? I mean, come on, right? It's deserved in this case. Luke, I don't know why he's obsessed with James. I have no idea.
Them short shorts. That's why.
Yeah, well, maybe ZZ Bottom is an appropriate name. Yeah, and okay, so this continues on. So then he posts the post that Dianexes made about, hey, SHOT Show, by the way, this person coming to your event threatened to assault myself, James Reeves, and possibly other people in there as well. Never made any threats, but I just effed up how you look to everyone, buddy. It's just cringe, right? And I got you claiming to work for the FBI. You effed up, dumbass. Just like evil villain laughing. Oh, you guys can't see it. My bad. Just
No, but
evil
it was much
villain
better on
laughing.
your face.
Yeah. Just evil villain laughing. W. Where we throw our heads back in laughter with this person of Aboriginal descent. Dear. Impotent rage. Yeah, very. It's good. You, sir, are accused of cringe behavior. The court finds you not based and sentences you to be made fun of. Gosh dang it. All right. 6-7. Well, we were 30 minutes into the stream before we had a 6-7 reference, so fair enough. I view this as an absolute win. Unbelievable. But yeah, just impotent rage, anger. Why so much hate, young man?
Why
All right,
so
but-
serious?
But wait, there's even more. I gotta wait for this video to get to the bottom. All right, so this is really where it's at right here. So this is vintage. Oh, let me read it out first. This is Vintage Warfare saying, "I'm gonna tell my kids this was my stalker ex-wife," in response to Gun Gnome. And let's start it from the beginning. But there is just a slew, a cacophony, a menagerie of unread messages on display here that is truly psychopathic behavior. Just look at these walls of text. Just walls and walls of text. Okay, well, here, let's go to the beginning. All right, so, remember, I'm thinking about you and your effing words till this is done with. So, F making videos, F my career, it's all about you now. F boy, look at me the wrong way, talk to me the wrong way. We're gonna see how much of a bitch you are when you back out of a boxing match. Do not underestimate how long I can hold a grudge. All right. Okay. Let's back up a little bit here. We're not going to read all of this, but there's a lot in here. Let's see. And I'm going to embarrass the F out of you. You can debate me or box me for charity, and you can be an embarrassed AF mediocre bitch. Let's set this for up. I'm not from your pussy suburb where everyone's passive, aggressive, and disrespectful. Now you can prove me wrong on my word. Or you can meet me in the effing ring, pussy, or you can look like a bitch to the whole country. Gave you plenty of chances to show some common effing decency. I don't think you're, and then of course the gif, I'm gonna kill you in real life meme. Mildly unhinged. Mildly
did we not
unhinged.
have that as a media gift?
We might have. I might have accidentally deleted it. I accidentally deleted a couple of them.
Okay, I thought we
But,
had
I
one.
mean,
I was looking for it earlier.
This is what should happen.
I don't much like the tone of your voice.
Yeah.
I forgot about how that one ended.
I don't much like the tone of your voice. Let's see. Falling down, Chudjack, gonna make the greatest. Waiting for Windows and the corner shit. Why it same as me? Let's see. Oh, okay. That was a James Reeve. Let's see. Oh my gosh. Maybe the internet was a mistake. What the heck? Is this him saying to grape
Discord.
James Reeve?
In his own Discord, in James's Discord. Wow.
And then of course there's like a immigrant song in Old Norse, of course. Nothing more pagan and historic than Led Zeppelin in Old Norse. Of course. And he's dude, this guy is the Wigger Agarthan guard, all right? He guards the gateway to Agartha because he is posting his he's posting his 23andMe like it's a flex. Cody Ripito, European 99.7, Sub-Saharan African 0.2, baby. He's got the pass, dude. He's got the pass.
Yes. Yes, Shadow.
Yeah, he is partially black. So maybe we should stop oppressing minorities, honestly. Maybe we should, we got to lay off the man. I mean, he is partially black. He's very our African king over here, king of Wiggerstan. Blah 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 blah. Talking about Scottish heritage when he's English. Cringe. Yeah, he just goes on for hours and hours about this stuff. But the threats, right? When he's saying, I'm going to wipe your smile off, I'm going to find you at SHOT Show, you and James Reeves can get it, you're going to regret this day. You need to be dealt with, good sir. You need to be heavily dealt with. All right. I feel like you need to lay off the meth or whatever it is that's afflicting you at this point in time. But yeah, maybe I'll try and find him at SHOT Show. Or if you could just, respond to my DMs, just hop on. You'll have a good time. We'll have a good time together. We'll have a great little chat. We'll work it out. And because I think in person, if you actually, not on through text, not freaking out, not crashing out, if you just have a conversation, I think you'll come off as a more normal person. All right.
Do you think he has the capacity to come on and deal with chat and actually be logical?
I think it's possible. Now, are we talking about probable? Probably not. But I think there is a chance because, again, I've had pleasant DMs with him, okay, where he's just talked normally. He seemed normal. There haven't been any major issues. So I'm like, if you just get on and talk about it, because originally when he was going after Reno May and Vintage, I was trying to organize the four of them to get on together, right? Me, Reno, Vintage, me kind of moderating between the two of them versus Cody, and we could kind of talk it out. That ended up not happening, and they worked it out behind the scenes and came to an amicable resolution, right? So it happened before, but he just continuously flies off the handle.
I wonder if this is his way of getting contacts in the industry, is to specifically target them and then squash the beef.
It's possible. Let's see. All right. We have another person though. All right. More unhinged. Also going after Vintage Warfare. Vintage Warfare does seem to be a target of a certain phenotype that just hates him for some reason. Listen, like, this guy is actually claiming that Vintage has done terrible things. And if Vintage wants to legally 40-pound box of rape this guy, I think that's totally within his rights to do so. So, if Vintage does choose to take legal action against this man, I will be ponying up some money to see that fight happen. I think that will be fantastic. Oh, bros, get in here. Rah. Yeah, so let's take a look at this. Double Otshawn, sorry. On top of saying I'm from Maine, I'm not, and saying I'm a registered sex offender, that's defamation. That's like textbook defamation. That's perfect. Is now doing some silly stuff about me. I went to Maine for an event, LMAO, but this is a pretty credible death threat, sir. And to whoever is emailing him saying this crazy stuff, please stop. I don't want to legally pistol whip an old guy.
November.
So I have the stuff pulled up. Well, actually, should we watch it here? Let's go over to his actual YouTube account here. Double Out Sean has 70,000 subscribers somehow. Now he doesn't get any views.
Thanks to Vintage.
Basically. But all right, this is the one where I think he makes some wacky claims about Vintage.
It's November 12, 2025, the day after Veterans Day, and a bunch of
literally today, baby. Literally today. He's put up 4 shorts today.
Puppies and knuckleheads from the Vintage Warfare Goon Squad checked in to congratulate Austin, the special needs Burger King boy with a melon head.
Special needs Burger King boy with the melon head. Dude, I need that on a shirt.
In Maine.
Special needs Burger King melon head. Yeah, dude, I'll have to download this and make a sounder out of this.
He's a special needs character. He rode the short bus to school. You can tell by the spacing between his eyes. He probably...
Brother.
Okay.
Pot calling the kettle black. Damn.
Okay, his nose. Somebody posted this on Vintage's timeline, but his nose looks like a ghost from Halo. The exact same shape.
It does.
It's the exact same shape as a ghost from Halo. Oh no! No, it's real. No, Double Out Sean is very real. Very real.
Probably has the IQ of a third grader at most. So the word is he's calling me out to meet in New Mexico, man to man. I got a better idea. Let's meet in Two Guns, New Mexico, man to man. Bring your favorite gun, you punk. Two Guns, New Mexico is not far from the Petrified Forest. Make sure you tell your family, friends, and loved ones goodbye before you come to New Mexico.
Things that you shouldn't say online for $500, please, Alex.
You'll have a closed casket funeral afterward. Nobody will be able to claim your body because you won't be recognizable. I'll cut your ears off. Happy Thanksgiving, happy holidays, punk.
You like that at the end there, Richard?
You won't be recognizable. I'll cut your ears off.
You think he says that to the local bar waitress? How's it going? There, I don't know what do old people call women? Baby, I don't know. Toots. How's it going? Toots. Bring me another decaf coffee. You know, my heart can't take caffeine no more.
He doesn't drink decaf because that's blasphemous.
Carl Madden. Who the heck is Carl Madden? American actor. I mean, he does kind of look like Carl Madden a little bit. He's got that very bulbous nose. I guess that's the right term for that. It's a very, very bulbous nose. All right. But no, don't worry, guys. There's 4 of these.
It's November 12, 2025.
How does he look completely different? And it's the exact same day.
Probably just woke up. He probably woke up, put his shades on, and grabbed his phone.
This video is made specifically for Austin, the Burger King melonhead mouth breather boy in Maine. He hangs out at Burger King hoping to diddle little kids.
Whoa, dude, you cannot just say that, dog. My friend, that is textbook defamation.
Mouth breather boy in Maine. He hangs out at Burger King hoping to diddle little kids. He's a registered sex offender, RSO, not allowed to hand out candy on Halloween. I'm calling him out. Come to Two Guns, New Mexico, Thanksgiving weekend. Bring your favorite gun. Bring a bunch of friends if you really have any that are worth dying for and willing to get killed.
Wow.
All right, Vintage, me and you, we got this. Let's go. We'll have a great time. We'll buy this guy a beer and put him into the insane asylum together. How about that? Evil David Lynch.
Killed for you. I'm a killer. I'm a mean son of a bitch. I won't leave no witnesses either, you stupid punk. I'll cut your ears off, send your body back home to your mama in a cardboard box. Closed casket funeral. Nobody has anything good to say about you anyway. Austin was such a good little boy. He proudly served in the military because he couldn't get a job or even go to community college after high school. A recruiter snatched him up.
Bro, he's going hard. Okay, first off, he's a retard, right? Rides the short bus. He diddles kids. He couldn't get a job, so he had to, like, that. That's one that is always fun. It's like you were too stupid to do a normal job, so you had to serve the military. I've heard that one a couple times. Damn.
And got some special needs.
Bro, we are streaming the meetup, that's for sure. I'm getting this on pay-per-view, okay? Vintage Warfare versus Double Out Sean. Pistols at Dawn.
Disability points for recruiting him. You know, he has the IQ of a door.
And Andy was a DEI hire as well. Perfect. He's getting all the hits in there.
Disability points for recruiting him. You know, he has the IQ of a doorknob or a box of rusty nails down in the basement.
That's wild.
His mom
coming from a
hates
guy
him.
who
She
can't
wanted an
figure out
abortion
where
before he
he's
was
actually
born.
at.
Oh my gosh. Sean. You hear that?
Yeah.
Disability points for recruiting him. You know, he has the IQ of a doorknob or a box of rusty nails down in the basement. His mom hates him. She wanted an abortion before he was born. That's why his face is such a wreck.
Okay, Double Out Sean. That's too far, sir. I mean, I'm not going to slander you, but
I wonder if he's projecting. Like, I wonder if all of the stuff that he's saying about vintage.
It's no.
it's very possible. But listen, this is not the face to be calling other people ugly, all right? I'm just saying, I'm not a pretty man myself, but I'm just saying, like, this guy, we don't got a lot of room to talk here about ugly people.
Methed out Nick Nolte's going hard.
Yeah.
November 12, 2020, or a box of rusty nails down in the basement. His mom hates him. She wanted an abortion before he was born. That's why his face is such a wreck. Austin's mom, some of her friends tried to perform a coat hanger, shirt hanger.
Oh my gosh. Vintage, I just think you should go after him because it'd be funny. Now I'm personally offended on your behalf, Vintage. I think you should just yeah, turn this into a rap song. No.
Do it.
I think you need to get rid of this guy. I think this guy needs to be offline. I think he needs to not have access to firearms. I think this guy should be put away.
Hanger abortion to get rid of that piece of shit. Two Guns, New Mexico, Thanksgiving weekend. You RSO.
Well, he did it again. Just the thought of Vintage gets him going. He's like, let's go.
I'm sick and tired of your bullshit. No collaboration either. Bring your video camera and your tripod Thanksgiving weekend to Two Guns, New Mexico, you punk. You ain't no Daisy. You ain't no Daisy at all. You just got a big hole in the middle of you where your heart used to be. That's what's going to happen to you, sonny boy. It's no.
All right, there was video number 2 on Vintage. This is the third video on Vintage. Here we go. I'm sure this one here will be much more informative than the other two.
Have you heard Austin, the melonhead Burger King special needs boy from Vintage Warfare, is a stolen valor son of a bitch? He's not a veteran of the military. He's
And stolen valor. He's doing like literally everything possible, dude. Everything possible he's pulling out. And he's saying it matter-of-factly. Now, I don't know if somebody is feeding him this information, like Austin seems to think that somebody's feeding him this information, and Double Out Sean is just running with it. But either way, Double Out Sean is just running with it. And he's being a decrepit, horrible human being here. And I mean, I personally think there's legal recourse, or if not legal recourse, like you should just file a suit with YouTube to get it taken down for slander defamation, because YouTube won't want to get involved in that. So YouTube can just take his channel down.
Yeah, it's not just slander and defamation, it's outright threats.
Well, so here's the thing, 12th Monkey, you think defamation is gay. I agree with you. However, if some like lefty retard calls me a pedophile, I'm just going to take everything he's ever owned, right? You don't get to do that. You don't get to defame me. You don't get to ruin my reputation. You don't get to do any of that. Congratulations, sir. You won the big prize. You know? Yep.
a registered sex offender, a pedophile, and a homosexual.
Man.
Just threw that one there at the end. Now, Double Out Sean is a big advocate for gun control. He's a big advocate for abortion. He's a big advocate for progressive values, even though he looks like straight out of, I don't know, an Aboriginal horror film or something like that. He looks like an albino Aboriginal. That's what he looks like, if I'm being honest here.
Have you heard Austin, the melonhead Burger King special needs boy from Vintage Warfare, is a stolen valor son of a bitch? He's not a veteran of the military. He's a registered sex offender, a pedophile, and a homosexual. He started this bull crap when he made his first video about me so he could troll me. Try harder there, special needs boy with a wide gap between the eyes. Your mama hates you. She wanted an abortion.
Sean, your gap between your eyes
She
is so
is
wide you
ashamed of
can't
you.
fit both eyes in this fucking
Punk.
frame. That's hilarious.
This was funny. Now I'm like mad. You know, I'm like, okay, all right, Boomer, it's time. The day of the pillow has arrived, good sir. It's just gonna put you in a home. You're gonna be nice and comfortable. But yeah, it's over. It's over. Last one. This is video number 4 that he made today.
Hey, Austin, you simple-minded nitwit from Vintage Warfare.
Dude, I thought he was gonna say something else when he said nitwit.
Hey, Austin, you simple-minded nitwit from Vintage Warfare. I bet you enjoyed Veterans Day with your stolen valor, you piece of shit. Probably had a lot of boomers on your channel saying, yeah, I had one of those when I was in Korea. That don't make you special, boy. Your mom wanted an abortion. She hates you. You pedophile, homosexual, racist piece of shit. You fucking...
Hey, listen. Vintage is not a homosexual.
bigot, Jew-hating bastard.
Where did that come from?
How many times did you get throat punched or hit in the cocksucker at the water fountain at work? Say something stupid like that in public, you'll get punched in the fucking face.
That's what happened to his nose. He said
Bitch.
so many stupid things, he's gotten broken
Sex
noses.
offender, you're not allowed to hand out candy on Halloween. Your mother hates you. She wanted an abortion, but unfortunately you were born. Your mom hates the grandkids that came from you and your pog wife. Get sterilized. Don't have any more kids, you piece of shit.
More?
I think he has the news in the background. Wife. Oh, hey, Chud Bane's there. Hey, how's it going? Chud Bane's in here too. Pog wife, yeah, there you are. Ain't no way Unk is calling anyone else a boomer. Yeah, dude, this is King Boomer right here. This man is nuts. Vile human. That's the type of guy that will yell at you for decorum while being the most awful, insane, horrible human being of all time, right? It's like, oh, you guys are evil. You guys should never be allowed to say that. You pedophile, racist, homosexual, Jew-hating, bigot. Shouldn't be allowed to say those mean things, sonny. Yeah. I don't know. Maybe, listen, Vintage. All right. If you need some help, I am more than happy to arrange a talk with a lawyer, because I know lawyers who handle this. I might know a couple lawyers who handle this type of thing. Okay, so if you need some help at getting people's accounts taken down, I'm just saying maybe there's something I could help with there. Thank you, Cubby. Perfect timing. Yes, if you need some help from Miku, let me know. I can help you out, all right? Thank you very much for that, Cubby. Thank you, sir.
November 12, 2025, the day after Veterans Day, and a bunch of puppies and knuckleheads from the Vintage Warfare Goon Squad checked in to congratulate Austin.
Well, so where is it? RT Idaho says he's making me rethink my views on red flag laws.
100%.
Well, it's not even a red flag law, right? This isn't like a suspicion. He's making threats and he's actually defaming him. Right. This isn't like, oh, I think he might be crazy, with no backing, no basis, nothing like that. It's like, if somebody is making threats is a crime, right? So it's like you just go after them for the crime. You don't have to pull some red flag excuse. You just go after them for the crime. It's not even a red flag situation.
Hey,
My face when Double Out Sean is making death threats. Yes.
Yep.
Vintage
think-
Warfare says, yeah, no, this guy actually shouldn't have access to guns. You got to do it.
I think it's time for Grandpa to go to the nursing home and get a hot bowl.
Here you go. It's alphabet soup. I made it special.
Very much so. It's like, yeah, this went from endearing and wacky to now this is concerning. All right, now this is no longer good. No longer a good time. Let me check. Somebody asked me to check Instagram. What do you want? What do you want from me? No, I haven't reached out to Double Lot Sean. I did reach out to the other guy who is not. This guy's not quite as dangerous, but same vibe, like a similar vibe. Like this is Cody Ripito in 30 years is Double Lot Sean.
That's Chris Raperton.
Chris Raperton. Oh my gosh. All right. Yeah, this is the image. This surely won't get me in trouble.
He picked
Cody,
up two of them 40
Cody,
boxes.
listen, it's a joke, okay? I made 405 cents sucking dick last night. Who gave you a nickel? They all did. Oh. True. Disgusting. All right. Well, you know what is slightly less disgusting? I mean, is Nimda still here? Because, yeah, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the SIG 516 Gen 3, which is finally released. Now, I actually love the 516. The Gen 2s, if I could buy another one right now, I would, especially the 10.5. If somebody has a 10.5 upper they want to send me, I'll take it off your hands, okay? All right? All right? Good, you're still here so we can make fun of you.
Mhm.
All right. Sabardic Psycho, but first, we got to get, you guys have been incredibly generous. We got to get to you guys. Actually, over on Ko-Fi, a bunch of people's memberships re-upped last week. So, Monoxious for 5 re-upped. I appreciate that, sir. Sherlock Domes became a monthly member over on Ko-Fi. Perfect timing there, Sabardic Psycho. Tulip re-upped his membership on Ko-Fi. Noob Crastinator re-upped his membership on Ko-Fi. The Lightspore says, the Epstein list. You mean Schindler's List? Oy vey, you better remember the 6 Gorillion that died. Oy vey. Thank you for that. Tubby for 5 says in range is looking rough. Yeah, in range has seen better days. All right, he's seen better days. Thank you, Cubby. Sabardic Psycho says, I love you, John. No homo. I want to give you a big hug. You're a manlet, so I could crush you in my strong, loving arms in a hetero manner. I'm glad you put a lot of qualifiers in there, because otherwise I would think it's a little gay. But no, I'll give you a hug. I'm not much of a hugger. I'm not Hop, but I'll give you a hug. Don't make it weird, bro. Or do, it's your prerogative.
Sean needs one of those hug jackets.
A hug jacket, yeah. Double Out Sean needs something. Maybe it's braces. Maybe he needs new medication. Probably something like that.
I think he's already got too much medication, brother.
There's actually, you know what? There were. Now I'm just curious. There were 2 other shorts that he posted today. Are these also Austin related? Let me see.
Hey, Austin,
Yeah.
you simple-minded nitwit from Vintage Warfare.
Okay, we watched that one. What's this last one?
Here's another video for the Hamburglar, Austin,
Of
from
course.
Vintage Warfare, Village Idiots, Puppies, Scoundrels, Mongrels, and Flea-Bitten Strays with cheap military worn-out firearms, pretending that he's a badass. You know, if you didn't want me to troll you,
Vintage is one of the least serious. This is the wrong way to put it. Like Vintage, okay, so take a Garand Thumb intro, right? Where it's hyper serious, it's really cool, it's got the epic music going. It's like, that's serious, right? That's a badass intro. Vintage Warfare doesn't do that. Vintage Warfare just talks about stuff for the most part. So he's like one of the least overhyped content creators in terms of like his actual content, right? It's pretty laid back.
And
you shouldn't have
Vintage
made
is a
your troll.
character.
It's what, sorry?
Vintage himself is a character, right? Like,
Are you talking about he himself as a character? Like,
Yeah,
in
well, yeah, he is
a meta
character.
sense?
Yeah,
Like what? What are we talking about?
He is different offline than he is in the persona that he plays for Vintage Warfare.
Sometimes, but sometimes he is just vintage. Right. So I mean, like,
he's a heck of
I can be
dude.
I can be wacky. Perfect timing. I could be wacky in person sometimes as well, but I'm still gonna make fun of, like, if people talk to me in the Discord, like, I talk the exact same way. I'm a snarky asshole. What can I say?
Whole video about me. Punk. Sex offender. Pedophile.
I think that's at least 4 separate times he's called him a sex offender, registered pedophile, accused him of stolen valor.
Kid diddler. Punk. I'm calling you out.
So I'm trying to find the
Here's
stop button at the end. He's like, where is it? Where's the off button? Somebody help me find the off button. Oh, no. All right, Izzy says straight up Dimplin my Trunnion right now. Yeah, who up Dimplin the Trunnion right now? Thank you, Izzy, for that over on Ko-Fi. Good luck with that, you AK autist. Dogman Defense over on Rumble says, yo, this guy sounds based AF, to be honest. I don't know who you're referring to there, but good luck with that, Dogman. Subarctic Psycho for 5 says 50-year mortgage. Yay! Keep working and paying into the system until you're 80 years old. Yay! Yeah, so I posted this on Twitter. It's like, hey, maybe I'll be able to buy a house now. I won't. I will not. I will not be able to buy a house, even with a 50-year mortgage. Though, yeah, not if you keep importing more and more people that raise the prices. The Lightsport for 5 says, I've heard enough about these 50-year mortgages. Send another $50 billion to Israel. It's like, you know what? I'm never going to have a house anyways. Just send the money to Israel. Just give it to them. They deserve it. They need it over there. They're doing something. Reconstruction in Gaza or something. Amorai Boy for 2 says, late and gay as usual, sir. Sar is very sad. Well, listen, pure Agarthian phenotype Kash Patel can be as sad as he wants to be, okay? If this image doesn't terrify you, then I don't know what will. Thank you, Amorai Boy. Dung Kike for 2 says, late and gay Sar, India's strongest man, Patel. The Lightsport for 2 says, you think she pukes after the bang? Referring to Cash's state-sponsored girlfriend? Very likely. Very likely. Dung Kike for 2 says, you guys are just jealous because of our beautiful Israeli queen? I mean, she's not terrible looking. It's just, you know, the thought behind it, that's all. Karl Marx is retarded for 2, says Germany wasn't late invading France, but they had meth chocolate. I don't have any meth chocolate, okay? Maybe I should ask if Cody can share me some of his meth chocolate, and I would never be late to stream. I would be done so early, dude. Thank you, Karl Marx.
She said.
Creek Shoe Operator member for 1 month, very late and gay. Thank you. Yeah, I totally don't just be late on purpose to make people yell at me for being late. Thank you for that. All right, fine, Rad's arms. I'll check it. People are distracting me. I'm never going to get to talk about the SIG 516. If you guys don't stop, I'm never going to be able to get there.
So does it?
Nimda's going to be very sad.
The same way, the second that the stream starts, you just start getting floods of DMs on Instagram and Discord.
Well, so people are like, oh, check this, check this, check this. And it's like, you know, okay, that's fine. You know, I don't mind doing that. I don't mind it being interactive, but then I don't have a producer, right? I just do all this stuff myself. So it's like that. I had to email that to myself to get this image to show you what's behind the beard. Did it show up? There it is. Got it. Save image. See, now I'm going to transfer it over. It's like, please, can I just download? What the heck, dude? Sorry, guys. Give me a second. Rads is distracting me. Okay, fine. All right. Now for this joke, I can show you guys what is behind the beard. Are you ready? Boom.
Whoa.
That was Rads. Maybe just I don't know if he just used AI to get rid of the beard, but I mean it's pretty convincing. Although honestly, I think this is too skinny. I think this is too skinny, Rads.
Do you think he got a third chin?
I think he's a big man. I think he's a big man. Tevin Kraus for 2 says, as late as the Fitzgerald rip, but at least I get going. Ha ha. Rest in peace to those 29 gentlemen. Nate Teller for 2 says, mucho late, mas gay. Thank you for that. Funny Mexican speaking man. Derek's Horsecomm Collection for 5 says, I'm never late with the Coom Chalice for my wife. I hope you're not this late to court focus. PSI. Aw, well, don't you worry, little man. Karl Marx is retarded for 2 says, how many likes can my uncle add off a World War II vet get? Yeah. Shout out to your uncle, to your World War II vet uncle, Mr. Adoff. Thank you for that, Karl Marx. Moonman for 5 says, Richard, that thing I made, Minecraft, your local Republican campaign office. Wow. All right. Heathen from Texas from 2 says, rest in peace to the penny. In 1792 to 2025. Did they officially cancel the penny? Couldn't cancel the Danny penny, though. You know what I'm saying?
They may have canceled the penny. I heard that there was an issue with people dropping them near Jewish folks. So,
oh, dude, did you see that guy who threw change at David Portnoy and then got arrested? Just saying, there's a certain song you could play to go along with that.
I could.
Mitchell Drain over on Ko-Fi became a Ko-Fi caffeine creep. Thank you very much. Karl Marx is retarded for 5 says, if you plug the barrel with your finger, it reduces decibels. It also reduces digits as well. Thank you, Karl Marx. Moonman for 5 says, some people in chat will be checking this thing for mouthfeel, then complain at the lack of dick vein. Thank you for that. Karl Marx for 2 says, me and Richard made a tape. Yeah, the gay kind. Wow, okay. You and Karl Marx, Richard, I'm so disappointed. I'm so disappointed in you, Richard. Over on Ko-Fi, Cubby says, some people got upset. I celebrated my World War II vet grandpa on Veterans Day. Like the Luftwaffe doesn't count? Yeah. Hey, he's a veteran. What's your problem? Just because he fought on, the good side or the bad side. I forget what they say, but yeah.
He worked the guard towers.
Yeah, dude. My great-grandfather died in a POW camp in Germany in World War II.
He fell out of the tower.
No, the Jews threw rocks at him.
Oh.
Karl Marx is retarded. Someone in chat sucked a red dot Indian for a SIG 320. Ugh. Why would you? 2 things. I was just not worth it. Not worth it. You sold your soul for like the least important thing of all time. Delete Laws for 5 says, the X series, when you want to tell your parents you're gay without using your words. Oh, talking about the suppressor, yeah, it's just phallic shaped. It's like a cylinder. How would I remove a cylinder from a phallic shaped suppressor? Karl Marx is retarded for 2 says, if ad went off with Glock, Germany would if Adolf went with Glock, Germany would have won. Gaston Glock was not there in time. He tried. He was too late to help. The Lightspore for 2 says, we can't let him slide about James Reeves. Yeah, saying that you're going to go and get James Reeves is a wild thing to do. Let me see if I can find that one specifically. Oh, yeah, this one right here. So you tell James Reeves, I'll be seeing him in person at SHOT Show. I'll be meeting him in person. Yeah, don't be doing that. Moonman for 5 says, I don't care. I don't know. Crazy is a pretty high bar. YouTube algo me some Ukrainian guy setting up booby traps with hand grenades and running through them on purpose. Yeah, war does crazy things to people when you just you have no hope and no future, and you're like, all right, this is how it ends. I'm gonna make it end in a wacky way for myself. That's wild. Thank you, Moonman. Subarctic Psycho for 2 says, sounds like the kind of things I say to John. Yeah, it's actually not much different, Subarctic. Although with you, I'm 70% sure that you're joking. So we haven't had to escalate this yet, but similar vibes.
If Double Sean was paying money to Vintage to say those things, it'd be a little
I guess that's fair. Yeah. That's the 70% doubt there. I'm 70% sure actually that you're joking.
The other 30% goes to YouTube.
The Lightspore for 2, probably. The Lightspore for 2 says base. He called him fat twice, basically. Yeah. Chud McGill for 2 says, this guy is an honorary Napa do better man. Yeah, the Bojangles. Oh shoot, I want to get where's the Bojangles one? Or the Canes one. The Canes one is hilarious as well. Yep. This guy is an honorary Napa. Do better, man. Yeah. He's the chief Wigga of Wiggerstan. Coral Weezer, member for
2% or 0.2%.
Yeah, he's actually true. Yeah, he is a Napa. Napa confirmed. Member for 4 months says, bring back the voice changer, please. Which one?
Oh no. I like
This
the
is
Genie
the-
Dad one.
This is the space one. Let me drop the. I'm gonna take the background noise off of it. Coral Weezer, bring back the voice changer, please. The Lightsport for 2 says, Agarthan Wiggers, rise up. That's right. Actually, these are the 2 chief Agarthan Wiggers right here. We got
See
Cody
you,
Ripatoy,
Valhalla.
Kashat Patel, and then whatever this thing is. Chuck for 2 says, Haas is just cranking his hog and y'all just hating. True. Karl Marx is retarded. For 2 says he has gorgeous, amazing locks of hair. Well, that's not the gayest thing you said today.
Karl Marx for 2 says that takes Fed posting to a new level. I mean, honestly, if you're gonna get in trouble, just threaten a Fed directly, right? Just go straight to the source, scream at a Fed that you're about to Minecraft him at SHOT Show 2026. I think that's just a shortcut. It gets right to the point. Thank you, Karl Marx. Ridiculous for 2. I think he's just gay for James, as he should be.
Them short shorts.
Ridiculous. Self-report. Central Stands Defense. Ben, hope you're having a good night tonight, sir. People 1000% do this. Yeah, the stalking, the threats, the meeting up. People are absolutely nuts about this.
Yeah,
Thank you, Central Stands
it's
Defense.
crazy. And Ben, I hope you're having a better night, bud.
Karl Marx is retarded for 2 says Richard is wearing Reeves short shorts.
No, I'm not.
You know
I
what's
have
gross?
them
Okay,
on my wall.
Reeves could put up like for charity or something,
I
like
know.
just a used pair of his shorts, and people would go nuts over that. It'd be disgusting.
His shorts and one of his fanny packs.
Reeves
Like he could
is-
swap out a new fanny
Reeves
pack
is
every
one-
year
Reeves is one step away
from an OnlyFans dude.
on OnlyFans. Okay,
Yeah.
Moonman says that he dropped. Oh, Double Octon just dropped a new video. Did he? He did. You're kidding me, dog. This is all right. Here we go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go, Sean.
Hey, let's open this can of whoop ass. Never mind. It's just a bunch of pedophiles, perverts, and weirdos. And the leader is called Austin from the Vintage Warfare Gun Channel. He's a fucking dickhead. He decided to troll me and make fun of me and make me famous with his stupid YouTube channel and his little fan club of trolls, misfits, mongrels, flea-bitten vermin. Austin is a pedophile. Austin is a registered sex offender.
He keeps doing
Austin
it, dude.
is a chicken shit. And he thinks he ain't scared. Well, he better be scared. He better wear a chin guard and a mouth guard if we meet in person. I'll collaborate my bra snuggles with his teeth. Chicken shit, some bitch.
Dude, yeah, Vintage. He just uploaded this. We just watched the other 5 videos that he posted, and he just uploaded this, bro. He just uploaded this. He's not stopping. Vintage, we talked about this earlier, but you should
Yes.
just eviscerate this man and get him off the platform.
Yeah, I hate to say it, but he's outright threatening you. Yeah, this.
Well,
is,
he's threatening you, and he's calling you a pedophile over and over and over again with absolutely no substantiation, right? Accused you of stolen valor, accused you of crimes, convicted sex offender, all the other things, right?
yeah. I
yeah.
think it's time for Vintage to own the
His
Double
bra
Octon channel.
snuggles. Ugh.
Ugh, ugh. The mental.
Stolen valor bastard.
Oh, there he said it again.
Well, he better be scared. He better wear a chin guard and a mouth guard if we meet in person. I'll collaborate my bra snuggles with his teeth. Chicken shit, some bitch.
Whatever, my man. I'm gonna send Vintage an invite.
Yeah, I got it.
Let me get him on here. All right, Vintage has an invite. Just sent it to him via the Discord. Via the Discord. All right, what am I looking for here? Oh, perfect. Thank you for that. Of course they did. Why are you so fast at this, you absolute mongoloids? The FBI. I am a federal informant. I work for the FBI. I am a federal informant. Should need to make that a clip now. That's perfect. No, I'm trying to get vintage on. I'm trying to get the old man on too. I said, hey, Sean, do you want to talk?
It's there.
Let's get this man together, Sean. Let's get this man together, Sean. What should I say? Let's get this man together, Sean. Come on my show. On my show and verbally eviscerate. Is that right? Oh, I spelled it right, dude. I'm so proud of myself. And verbally eviscerate him. All right. Listen. I want him on. I want him out. Yeah, be great. Be great work.
Bitch. Stolen valor bastard. You racist piece of shit. Hey, let's open this can of whoop ass. Never mind. It's just a bunch of pedophiles, perverts, and weirdos. And the leader is called Austin.
Austin. It's like Austin is actually his worst nightmare.
Let's open this can of.
It's his. Oh, dude, there's so many comments now. Sean, you want to talk, man? Yeah, like that comment. Like that comment. Has to have more likes than it already does have more likes than the video itself. Okay, like that comment. He needs to get on this show. All right, guy. Okay, I'm gonna post this link in chat.
God, you guys
You
are
do
awful.
not hate brigade this man. You absolutely do not do this. You tell him to get on the Focus Trip live show right now. We know he's on his phone. We know he's uploading. He needs to get on here right now. Okay, we'll have a kind, discerning agreement between, or discerning discussion between wise gentlemen. Okay, I'm sure it'll happen. But get him on here. Get him on here now.
Which one of you degenerates asked how far can it squirt?
Okay. Huge ass for 5. We'll just, until Vintage gets here, we'll just keep going through this stuff. Leave Wakandan waifu queen alone. He can. I have faith in Vintage over Double Lot Sean. All right, doesn't mean
100%.
Double Lot's not a threat. The lights board
What's
for
up
2.
with the cat glasses, by the way?
I think he stole those from a dead hooker. That would be my just powers of observation.
Oh
there.
yeah,
my
that's right.
assumption.
Yeah, that makes perfect sense.
Now, to be
considering
clear,
the
I don't
backstory.
think he killed the hooker. I just think he found her and just,
like
took advantage of the situation.
The revolver that he took off at the dead hooker in '94 or whatever.
Yeah, well, he's already said that which is one of the many wild things that this man has claimed. The light sport for 2 says grape James Reeves base.
Come here. I can't fix you. No one can fix you. You are a broken, subhuman piece of trash, a garbage person.
Moonman for 2 says 40-pound box of James Reeves for this dude. 40-pound box of Reeves. All right, let me see. Gotta have more comments now.
Hey, let's open this can of.
All right, let's see. 24 likes. Let's go, baby. Yeah. Like the comment. Like the comment, you degenerate filth. I'm doing it. Dude, the Focus Trip is on live stream right now. Talk. You should get on the Trip podcast. Drop the list,
do it
Sean.
live.
Please come on the show. We need to know the truth. Sean, how far can it squirt? Whoa. Trench Grenade. Hey, Trench Grenade's on here. Yeah, let's go. Appreciate the support. Get on the Focus Trip stream. Birdshot Sean. Join Focus Trip and call Austin slurs. Very based. Thank you. Hey, Sean is not a terrible person. We need to hear his side of the story. Maybe he has evidence.
Well, that was before we told him to go ask them to.
No, I know.
ask
It's fine.
him.
Yeah, you gotta like the comment and get him on the show, gentlemen. Okay, this is like caging an old broken tiger. Okay, we gotta convince him slowly. All right.
Entice him in with beef jerky and methamphetamine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Austin is the bait in this case.
Mm.
Somebody asked if they would be retarded for buying a PSA 300 blackout upgrade. Yes. Karl Marx 5 says, I bet Q internal chat sounds like this after their gun filled after 200 rounds. It's probably very similar. These slack-jawed retards over there at the Golden Web channel destroying our Q products. It's not meant to be shot full out of
That video's going crazy, by the way. The one
bunch of
with the-
pedophiles. Yeah, I don't know why it is, but
I don't either.
fair enough. Moonman for 5 says, gonna send him a DDM4, might get him on the national
Oh,
news.
God.
No, No, Moonman, no. Very effective, but don't do it.
No. Wait.
Thank you, Moonman. Appreciate that, sir. Carl Casardas, Satan Body Pillow for 2 says the replies that Diane Exing was giving are Taylor Swift lyrics. Well, I'll have you know, I don't know any Taylor Swift lyrics.
Well,
So
speaking of Taylor Swift,
that's on you. Was there supposed to be something there?
Yeah, the Black Queen herself.
Oh, he's getting his camera ready. Karl Marx is retarded. Throw a comment from Plane for 2 says, I mean, we all know Vintage is very special, and there he is right there. Vintage, how's your day going, man? You having fun on the internet?
Well, I had a great day arguing back and forth with homeboy Gun Gnome. And,
oh yeah, you were in there with Gun Gnome too, and now you have the other retard.
Yeah. Yeah. Unfortunately, like, this is where I'm at with it. Because it is, I mean, first of all, this guy has to have something going on with him, because you can just look my name up. Like, I'm going to do a response video to this. I have to, because unfortunately, when you're accused of something that that egregious, you have to meet it with like overwhelming force. And he said I was from Maine. He got that because I was at an event in Maine.
Mm-hmm.
And he just kind of he's just like, he diddles kids.
He called you a pedophile 4 to 5 times.
Yeah.
In those videos. I don't know if you've even seen the latest one that he just posted while we were live.
Oh yeah, no, I've been watching.
He did
all
it
of
again.
Yeah, watched all of it.
Well, no, but you are correct. So people in the chat were like, "Oh, defamation's gay," but you absolutely do.
That's not. No, I had to. You know what? I like an hour ago, I showed my chick this. Because when that kind of thing is professed, I think somebody's emailing Double Out Sean, telling him like, "Oh, he's challenging you to a duel."
So do you think somebody's trolling him, like feeding him info?
Yeah. Well, maybe not that. But I mean,
feeding him false info, like, "Oh, dude, did you know that Vintage is a pedophile? Like, you should go after him for this, right?"
Maybe, I don't know. But no, I think that somebody is absolutely trolling him via email. That's why, like, I know it, because somebody's like, "Oh yeah, he challenged you to a duel in New Mexico," and fucking, I know that part is somebody fucking with him. Maybe that comes from the same place, but no, this isn't funny, dude. Like, that's something that, like, somebody who goes in with no context, right? Oh well, Vintage Warfare diddles kids. That's like, it might as well be a death, although he has been doing death threats, but that might as well be one, because if somebody sees me and my old lady out in public and they're like, "Oh, remember when that boomer said this?" That's absolutely a threat to my family. And I deliberated on this because I don't want to legally pistol whip a old man. But I don't know how you deal with this. How do you deal with it? Like,
I can talk, because I had to hire a lawyer that's actually fairly local to you for my personal situation, so I can help you out in that regard for sure. And it's not going to cost that much money, like, at all. We're talking about a few $100s for what you need to do with this guy. But no, yeah, you have to do something, right? Because he's doing textbook defamation. And it's not just like, "Oh, Vintage is a retard, I don't like him, he's a poopy head." Yeah. He's accusing you of crimes. He said convicted sex offender.
You know what I had to do today for this video that I was going to do to respond to him? I had to go type my name in to every sexual registry just to prove that no, I'm not a registered sex offender. The fact that I even have to fucking say this. Chill, I'm gonna chill out real quick. But
well, I mean, you probably don't want to discuss too much about if you are going to pursue some sort of litigation against him publicly. But another thing you can do, quite literally, I believe that this is a valid use of the YouTube report feature. So quite literally, like if you feel that Double Out Sean is maliciously, falsely accusing you of crimes, that goes against YouTube's terms of service. And you can quite literally say, like, take a look at this. This is what this is. Report the videos, the specific videos, get those videos removed. And then YouTube might actually even just take down his channel. And not because we're mass false reporting his channel, because he's actually he's breaking YouTube TOS.
No, like that's what I'm getting at though, is he is openly saying he's going to kill me. Again, some guy is emailing him being like, yo, Vintage said meet him high o'clock noon. But I never said that, obviously. And like it's fucking
well, so it is discussing. So
mind, but
what you do have to do,
I could go talk to a fucking detective in Buchanan, Missouri about him right now, because those are credible death threats. I could do a lot more than just the YouTube thing or the civil case thing. He's openly talking about killing me. His channel will get deleted if I did report that video. I don't want to do that, and honestly, I don't want to be the reason that, because I think at this point, I underestimated Sean in thinking maybe he's just like a boomer who
a wacky man,
a wacky guy, funny, right? But now I'm like worried, because if I go and report him to any law enforcement, he might shoot a cop or himself, and I don't want to be responsible for that.
But you're the target right now. What if it's his next door neighbor or something like that, right? And something could have been done to prevent this. You know what I'm saying? But he seems completely unhinged, right? And so there's ways to civilly go after him. There's ways to go after him on the platform itself via just normal reporting. Like, because you can get those videos taken down 100%. You can go after him for defamation 100%. You can have a lawyer write you a C&D letter for $400, right? It just is super easy to do. You can get all that sort of stuff done. And if there is actual actionable threats, I mean, you can get a restraining order against him, which will be hand delivered by the police to him, right? Which is like a wake up call to him, like, oh shoot, this is actually real. I need to stop calling Vintage a pedophile and calling it, and so whether it's a letter, whether it's a police officer or some sort of suit, I mean, there's ways to escalate the situation.
So somebody in the chat's asking, like, what's the backstory? I made a video recently complimenting him that he's funny, but I made 2 videos a year ago just criticizing his opinions. And if you watch him, he wants to sterilize white families. Like he's a bad person. Like the things he said about your mother, right? The things in those videos, that's what got me like actually angry, right? Because it's one thing to say mean things, but like, I don't know, saying things about your mom, that's where... Well, he doesn't know my mom.
Well, he doesn't, but he's still, I don't know.
No, I understand the anger. I'm angry because he had to put me in a position where I was like, hey, just so you know, this is going on. And fucking, my chick is like, all right, well, are you dueling him? Like, I don't want that to happen. I'm like, no, that's not going to happen. But like, just know that this is what's being said about me. And I had to show, like, it sucks because I had to show her the evidence of like, hey, look, I'm not on any registry, but yeah, it's just, it is kind of, this is demonic what he's doing. And
100%.
There's
something wrong. There's something deeply wrong with him.
No, like kid gloves are off, dude.
Well, he does not pass the vibe check either. There's something about his physiognomy that gives me the creeps. So this one was literally just released.
Yeah.
Just released.
Have you heard? Austin from the Vintage Warfare YouTube channel is one of my subscribers. I own him. He thought he was going to make fun of me with a video and then wasn't smart enough to back off. He used me to make himself famous. He's a disgusting piece of shit. He's a stolen valor asshole. He's a pedophile, a pervert, a homophobe, a racist piece of shit. All of his children should be sterilized to prevent further pollution of the gene pool. Austin, your mother hates you.
What's up, Vintage?
All right, can you record that, Richard? If in the back, can you record that, please?
I can download all of these videos really quick.
I've
if you want
downloaded
me
all
to.
of them,
I
but
got
the
you, bud.
sterilization of my kids is a new one.
No, yeah, he's literally live making this stuff as we speak right now. I wonder. I tried to get his email. Do you have his email, Vintage?
No. Actually,
somebody in the chat send me his email?
I reached out to him. I don't know, before the last video, and even in the description, I'm like, Sean, please email me. We can be friends. But yeah.
Well, he said you were a
Yeah.
homophobe, so it wasn't all bad. Like, give him a little bit of
Well,
credit
he
there.
also said I have gay sex. That was another thing.
Yeah,
he
well,
said.
yeah, he's,
So I
he's a
made two-
homosexual,
I made
racist
two-
bigot.
So I made 2 community posts in response to Sean. One was about, he deleted a video or 2. But what I said was, the first one, he was like, oh yeah, Vintage is a hog hunter. And I'm like, okay, well, here's a picture of my lovely woman who I've lived with for a long time, who I am happily married to now. And you know, he's basically saying she's fat. I'm like, dude, you weigh 5 of her. And I got a bunch of likes. He didn't like that. And then he did the Veterans Day thing, like, happy Veterans Day to everybody, except Vintage Warfare, because I love my veterans. But Vintage Warfare did it because of
He said that in one of his other videos
the
too.
lack
Yeah.
of job opportunity, which that's kind of funny. But you know, then I posted, like, unrelated to him, I did like a Veterans Day post. I don't really talk about my time in the military all that much on my channel, although I'm feeling a little bit more comfortable with doing it now. And he was like, oh well, that's stolen valor. I'm like, brother, fucking like yeah, he didn't like the fact that I could readily disprove all of that. And I think this is like a lashing out thing. But it doesn't change the fact that you know, he's saying I'm a
Well,
pedophile.
I think you got to do something. I think you got to do something there.
Yeah,
and you
I
should probably have those discussions offline about what the actual best course of action is for you, bro. So I don't want to put you in a tough spot on the live right now. I did, however, find his email. I mean, I just don't want you to say, you know, something that could be counterproductive to your efforts in this regard.
I mean, whatever. I mean, like, again, I'm not this was just put on to me. In the fact that I even have to say anything, it's retarded. Because you just Google my name. Like, fucking, I posted pictures of my name tape. People can learn my last name. You know my first name. Put it into any registry. I mean, he said it was from Maine. I went there for an event.
He must have just seen you post a photo from Maine, and that's what he just ran with, right? Because he's not actually that smart.
Well, no.
I just sent him an email asking if he would come on. That would be hilarious.
Yeah, straight up. I want to know where he's learned. Like, where did he fucking hear this? I mean, because this is fucked up, dude. Nobody should be accused of this, period. Nobody should be accused of that if they didn't do it. I don't care how much I hate somebody. I would never accuse somebody of this.
Okay, I did send. Well, you can't. you can't accuse somebody like this because it's actually a crime, right? If you say Vintage Warfare is a pedophile, like that's textbook defamation, which is why there's an exception to the First Amendment with that, right? Actually, I want to see what he says at the end of this video.
Children should be sterilized to prevent further pollution of the gene pool. Austin, your mother hates you. She wanted an abortion before you were born. That's why your eyes are so far apart on your face. You're a special needs, stolen valor prick. Prickless little dickhead. Stop knocking up your pog wife. We don't want any more of you little bastards and son of a bitches running around polluting.
Vintage, stop having sex with your hot wife. Stop it. You're gonna dilute the gene pool, Vintage. Stop it.
This is what I hate about it. Is he's so funny, dude. He's so funny.
But I don't know if he means to.
Evil, but he's
I don't think he
evil,
means
so
to
I
be funny.
can't-
From the outside, it's funny, but yeah, I would at the very least, you got to send this guy a letter. Can we get
Oh my god.
we're gonna take the measurements to Vintage's forehead real fast. Let's do some
It's,
Yakubian
it's-
science here.
So I have big hands. So it's big. In my eyes, if you look, that space is pretty. That is pretty far apart.
The large
so maybe
surface
you can
area.
something.
It has a large cranial cavity for your brain, sir. That's what it is. Yeah, 90% of the chat just wants to actually see the duel. That's
I
what they
know,
want.
I know. Well, the
Put him
problem
in
is
gene
this guy
pool.
actually wants to kill me. That's the other thing.
Yeah, what
He just
is
actually
his
wants to kill
deal?
me. He's really mad.
I guess, dog. Have you guys ever had any sort of real
No,
conversations or talk before
I've
at all
tried.
through anything?
no,
It's tragic.
I've tried. He actually deletes all my comments.
Aw.
Well, he's not going to
Yeah.
be able to delete all of these.
He actually made a video about deleting comments, which was mad funny. He's like, I just have to press a little button.
Is that a new
you're gonna
video?
This is the
comment.
new one. I literally refreshed and it was there.
My god! Fuck this
First.
guy.
Do I need to rip this one too?
Can I?
Go for it.
I don't know what he says here. Actually, no,
I
I
mean, I
can't
didn't
post that.
fucking
Nope,
do
I can't post
anything.
that. I can't
Oh,
post
what
that.
do you do?
Come on the show. Well, I was gonna post him the invite link, but then everybody could just click on the invite link. Let's not do that.
Hey, Austin, and your goon squad of fan club. You know, the reason that Trump didn't save America is because of people like you are still here. You're lucky you're not a brown-skinned Hispanic. You pedophiles, registered sex offender, pervert sons of bitches. Trump didn't save America. He didn't take America back. You stupid Trump cultist, cult children. You're all just a bunch of cowards. You like to pretend that you're trolls, but you don't like it when you get troll behavior back at you. Fuck you. Ain't none of you veterans. Some of you are just stolen valor assholes, pretending that you served the country because you were sucking dick and taking an extra turn in the barrel every day. You only joined the military because you couldn't get a job. Maybe you got in trouble with the law and the judge told you to sign up for the military to straighten your stupid ass out.
I think they stopped doing that like 50 years
The
ago.
recruiter had to make a special exception to get you fellas into the military because you don't even have a
Yeah, I
That's
actually
the
do want to
funny
have a
part.
conversation with him. With like, so you think we're Trump supporters? I think we're something
No, he's-
far
okay,
worse than
yeah,
that, good sir.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I had a very me trying to come to Jesus moment about this whole thing. Like be like, hey, you're better than this. This man does not know what he's doing. Is what it is. But holy fuck.
So
Fuck this guy.
I have to say, Vintage. So I've been in a similar situation where I had somebody false DMCA strike the channel, right? And I decided to be the bigger man and to not retaliate legally against him, right? That came back to bite me later on because they took that as a victory lap, right?
Mhm.
which is why in the current legal situation that I'm in, I'm just not going to let you off. Like, I was nice. You guys disrespected it. You disregarded it. And you took the kindness as weakness.
There's open evidence in his own comment section that I've screen capped. And I meant what I said. I don't actually want to take legal action if I can help it. Because I think that he's misguided. But at this point, this motherfucker didn't do shit ever. He's a loser. And I'm gonna stop fucking talking. This guy is
he's just, he's
what I'm trying to say though is that I think that if you do nothing, he takes it as a win. Right? This sort of like evil person, which I believe this person is evil. That's my personal opinion.
Well, that was the realization when he started making these videos today. I'm like, how, like, that's it. It was also the audacity of like, you don't even know my name, and you're saying I'm a registered sex offender. Like, that's easily disprovable. You fucking retard. It just takes searching my name.
Yeah, and I mean, and if you asked him, he probably knows it's false, right? Which is one of the things that you need for defamation, right? Is that it's provably false, knowingly
Maybe he's
false.
retarded enough to not care, though. Like how? Like I just can't fathom being this openly publicly suicidal about it.
The stolen valor accusations are provable.
Well, I mean, obviously,
he's seen the photos of you in uniform. And is saying that they're fake. It's like that's provable right there, in his own admission.
The reason that this is annoying, by the way, is because I have to go out of my way.
Somebody calling you a pedophile is tangible harm. Reputation damage is a real thing.
No, it is.
Reputation damage is a real thing. Somebody calling you a pedophile is immediate reputational damage.
It's not tangible, like tangible monetary harm. It is physical, because all it takes is one guy to not give a fuck about actually doing any research, and this guy might cause somebody to fucking shoot me and my old lady. Like, this guy is causing real harm.
So, I mean, I think this is really easy to argue too. I mean, the guy has 70,000 followers, right? Whether he gets any interaction or not, it's irrelevant, right? He's making public statements that Vintage Warfare is a variety of criminal things, pedophile, registered sex offender, stolen valor, all the other things, right?
Not to mention the death threats.
Well, that aspect of it too, but you can take this any way that you want. There's a myriad of angles that you could attack this from legally or through YouTube's TOS or anything else like that. I think the simplest way is just to use YouTube's own report feature, and people just solve the problem that way by removing him from the platform for violating YouTube's terms of service. I think that's the simplest way, right? And then maybe he calms down when he doesn't have anybody to scream to, right?
Yeah, I think that'll probably only make him more angry. I think
it's
Grandpa
possible, but there's only two options, right? It's do nothing or do something.
Yeah.
If you do nothing, he continues to say all this stuff and takes it as a win. So you have to do something. So it's whether he gets mad or angry, all that's irrelevant as soon as you decide to do something, right? So if you're going to do something, I would recommend actually going with a stronger option, right? Yeah.
Either way, whatever you decide.
I'm a registered sex offender. Registered sex offender, yeah. Keeping your virginity because you never lose.
None of you veterans, some of you are just stolen valor assholes, pretending that you served the country because you were sucking dick and taking an extra turn in the barrel every day. You only joined the military because you couldn't get a job. Maybe you got in trouble with the law and the judge told you to sign up for the military to straighten your stupid ass out. The recruiter had to make a special exception to get you fellas into the military because you don't even have a 7th grade education. They couldn't get 2 good letters of reference from anybody on you. You weren't allowed to join the military. So you just lied and said that you did. Peckerheads.
I think he's running out of good insults.
21 to
he
buy
ran
a
out
gun.
of good
Oh,
insults
My
hey, go
days
favorite
ago.
one is
protest.
Hooplehead. My favorite one he does is Hooplehead. That's a good one.
Hooplehead.
Peckerheads. 21 to buy a gun. Oh, hey, go protest at Walmart. They changed their rule over a year ago. 21 to buy a gun and or ammunition. Oh no, I said something else you might not agree with. 21 to buy a gun to prevent gun violence. Because, you know, the Democrats are coming to take all the guns to make you live under the New World Order. That makes fellas like Austin get a chubby when they watch black and white war movies. The New World Order is coming. We have to defend ourselves against the government. You should go join the Branch Davidians. They might be recruiting again.
What's funny is the guy's probably
Oh,
going to
wow.
get his videos restricted for mention the NWO.
No, he won't. He's way too small. Dude, the stuff on smaller YouTube channels that exists is absolutely wild. I want to see if he deleted a bunch of comments. Right now there's 15.
I know he's
And-
deleted a lot. Yeah.
Why doesn't he respond? Come on, man, respond.
He's too busy.
Respond, bro.
He's too busy making
Actually,
more
can I
videos.
click on that? Here, let me get off of this real fast so I can check my mentions.
Well, he's ultimately a pussy though, too. Like I used to think Double Out Sean was kind of cool. Yeah, man. Fucking what a weird thing to have to like, because I understand how serious that can go, and that's I didn't want to address it initially because it was like, yeah, this is obviously baseless. But then I thought to myself, I'm like, but all it takes is like a couple of people who aren't familiar with me or him. They were like, oh, Vintage Warfare from Maine, registered sex offender in Maine, like.
Dude,
that
how
can
many
lead to weird
shorts?
shit.
How many shorts does he upload? Like hundreds?
A lot, yeah, a lot. And he'll
Dude, that's
repost.
wild.
He'll repost a lot of shit too.
Because he has them like one day ago. Basically, he had, where is it? Veterans Day,
he's
right? And there's
uploaded-
like 10.
Yeah. So he kept uploading like Happy Veterans Day. I love veterans. Then he uploaded this video saying I love veterans, but not Vintage Warfare because he's well, he didn't have job prospects, but I like the rest of you. And I commented, I'm like, that's incredible. So you like veterans, but not the ones who didn't have another option. So you don't actually, care about that.
Oh, there is actually, is Helion Labs in here? Because there is actually a Double Out Sean defender in his comment sections. We have Double Out Sean's greatest defender.
Oh, yeah, bring him on.
I would love to. Helion, because I know you're watching the you're in his comment section, but if you're over here, Helion, I would love to get you on and you can defend your Yakubian prince, Mr. Double Out Sean. Helion, what's his name again? Helion Labs. Helion Labs. Get in here. Get in. Oh, okay. He says I'm shit posting. Okay, fine, fair enough. All right, he's trolling. He's trolling us over there. Whatever. Well, Vintage, I don't want to take your whole night.
Oh no, I'm here.
Unless you wanted to hang out.
No, I mean it's a big deal, and I didn't watch all of the stuff with you guys talking about my other top guy.
The other guy. Well, we did post this.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll get your take on this real fast. So, this is you gonna tell my kids this was my stalker ex-wife. We covered this earlier and we read some of this stuff, but this is just mild of unhinged wigger behavior.
Brother, if I told you that that's not even the start of it. So he has sent me across email, Discord DMs, and Twitter, and formerly Instagram. He's probably sent me about 1,000 messages.
Wow.
1,000.
And how many have you sent him? Like 5?
Like fucking like maybe 7.
Yeah.
Yeah, the guy is. I feel for him because he might have actually been wronged by TikTok, but he's also a spurg. So I don't know what he said to TikTok, but his
he
local
posted the
sheriff-
screenshots.
Well,
did you see what he said to them? So to the TikTok support branch. So
no.
Cody Ripito, right? This gentleman right
Yeah.
here, or this gentleman right here, as Rad sent in. He was talking to TikTok support, and he was like, your office is only 2 hours away. I don't have any problems driving down there and talking to you, like doing the exact same sort of thing, right? And then he didn't get a response, and so he just kept going and going and going.
Okay. Well,
and being like, hey, you stole $1,500 from me. Back where I come from, nobody gets away with that. It's like,
that's
you need to
so on
stop.
brand for him, though. Oh, fuck.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's exactly the same behavior that you see in this, in your stuff. So I've talked to him a little bit before, and in my DMs with him, he's like kind of normal, and I'm like, listen, you just need to come on and actually talk, and
Because
just
he's afraid of you. He
Yeah,
actually
probably.
is. I know he's afraid of you. The fact that he's so open, by the way, like me and Reno, we message each other about this because we both send each other screenshots of like the long fucking scrolls
oh yeah.
of messages. It's like, dude, we don't hate you. You're just. He gets mad because I'm like, all right. First of all, the first time you ever interacted with me, you sent me 21 emails. 21 emails.
Well, and wasn't he accusing you of not defending him? Basically, he's like, you guys all left me to
I mean,
dry.
basically, I never heard of this guy, and he's like, "Why are you not hopping on my story?" And also, and by the way, the second email was a paragraph about how Reno May's gay, like just talking shit on Reno. Reno is a friend of mine. Like, I know Reno pretty well. Like, what the fuck is your problem? I don't know who you are, but I know you're talking shit on him. And his whole beef was that, hey, you're not saying death to Jews on your videos enough. I talk about raw milk. What are you doing? And this is Armed Scholar, and he did like a couple of emails about Armed Scholar. And I'm like, dude, how about hi or hello? This is my story.
Well, the man has main character syndrome, right?
It's insane.
Where there is nothing else but his own epic quest against evil. Like he's this generation's Don Quixote, right?
Well, I felt
and TikTok is his windmill.
Well, I felt bad for him because he sent me dude, I'm not kidding. He sent me like it had to have been a couple hundred unread messages on Discord. Because I had the misfortune of making the mistake of being like, hey, I know you have a problem. Here's my Discord. Maybe we can hash this out like adults. Bad mistake because it was like 500 fucking messages later.
What? 500 unwanted messages you say in Discord? Huh? I wouldn't.
Yeah. Well, anyway, I reached out to him over that post, the one that he was getting dogged on for. And I messaged him about the James Reeves thing. And I just told him, like, dude, nobody knows who you are. Like, I don't want to see you go down this path. Because genuinely, like, I don't think anybody deserves what he's asking for. I genuinely think he's on the spectrum, but
there's something wrong. But when you're threatening these people and being like, when I find you at SHOT Show, I'm going to wipe the smile off your face, right?
Yeah. What else could that mean? And he was like, oh, there wasn't anything. I'm like, no, you're being retarded. And
well, I mean, this one right here, this is it. So it's like, I made it 32 years of my life not letting anybody look at me wrong or disrespect me. I'm going to effing win. I'm going to win hard, and it's going to feel real effing good. You tell James Reeves I'll be seeing him in person at SHOT Show. It's like, excuse me?
Bro, he messaged me because I hit him with some hard truths a while ago. I'm like, why do you think? Because he told me, I promised myself I would never work a normal job again.
Why?
I just hit him up. I'm like, yo, why do you think that? Why do you think that you're not you don't have to work anymore.
That's that 0.2% sub-Saharan African kicking in.
Yeah, he posted his 23andMe and he's actually 0.2% sub-Saharan Africa. Wigger confirmed.
Well, he is like he immediately
there's
resorts
something
to the
weird.
I'm fighting you thing, and I feel bad for him because I know he's probably, and this isn't a diss, it's like he's probably destitute. He had this grandiose opinion on what TikTok would do to him or for him.
I think too, he probably got this overinflated ego, because imagine being like a literal retard and getting like millions of views on a video.
He doesn't even make anything that good.
No, well, the content is garbage. All right, it's just slop content. But that's the thing. You get this insane reward from TikTok for posting the most mediocre slop content. Right? It's minute long static image. Wow, guys, did you see that Washington State is going to be passing this law? That's crazy. Follow for more. It's that over and over again. And he has nearly 1 million followers on TikTok. He's getting millions of views per video, and then they kick him off and he spurgs out, right? And he believes that he's important. It gave him this overinflated sense of ego, right? He went from being a truck station lot lizard to being like somebody, right, in his own mind, right?
You know what?
And then he lost it all.
I cracked up hard today. Like, out of all the stuff he said, he told somebody, "You're all hat and no cattle." And I don't know why that fucking cracked me
dude,
up,
that's perfect, because he has this like this Brokeback Mountain cowboy persona, right? It's like, I got the hat, I got the American flag, but his hair is like down to his fat waist and his beard is like ridiculously straight. It's like manicured, right? It's like a manicured cowboy. It's like a pretty cowboy. It's weird.
Well,
it's a
the other
weird
thing
vibe.
is he's not a pretty cowboy. Like, he romanticizes white culture, but he acts like a third worlder when you just remotely talk shit to him. And I know this guy well enough. I could say this shit because I've learned enough about this guy at this point. No, he's like the least respectable person. Like, let's just say, right, hypothetically, that I'm a National Socialist, right? If I'm looking at this guy, he's detrimental to my cause because he is
because
he's
insane,
stupid. He's a fat, unemployed guy from California, has nothing really redeemable about him.
Wait, he is from California?
He can't.
Yes, of course.
But he can't even articulate what he's saying the right way. And I told him, like, today, I was like, you're trailer trash. You are a wigger. And
he's a definitional wigger, right? He is a albino aboriginal. An albino original is what he is, all right?
Now that I know he's South Saharan African, that's
he's 0.2%, which is very funny.
Wait. That means I can use it.
I want this motherfucking black ass, banana eating, chimpanzee, monkey made motherfucker on the first fucking slave ship back to motherfucking Morocco.
I can use that now.
Is that EDP?
That is EDP, yes. Speaking of an actual pedophile EDP, and I can say that because he's been convicted. A convicted pedophile.
He's still
Kid
uploading
Diddler,
on
EDP.
Twitter, dude. He's still on X. I couldn't believe it.
He's still around. He's like surviving. He's like dodging death. I don't even know how he's still alive.
Like, you think that he would have
he's been on death's door
to the internet restricted.
He should. Yeah, any platform that has children on it, he should be kicked out of.
Shouldn't he? Or he has not liver.
It's something like that. Yeah, it was either cancer or liver failure or kidney failure, and so he's on like dialysis or whatever it is.
Probably kidney failure, diabetes.
I thought it was.
He's got diabetes.
I got diabetes. All right, but we're gonna close that chapter on Wiggerstan. Okay, we got Double Lot Sean, Agartha's greatest offender, and the top Wigga of Wiggerstan, Cody. What's his last name? Cody Ripito.
Oh, I thought
Listen,
you was coming
there-
on, dude. I thought you
No,
got him.
I
I'm
wish,
like,
dude. I wish. I sent him an email. And an invite, but he hasn't joined.
he won't.
So
No, he won't. I think he. I don't know, dude. I am so pissed that I have to deal with that. But whatever.
stuff coming up on the same.
I'm
Hey,
gonna make a video on it tomorrow.
if
probably.
it makes you feel any better, at least you're not paying $8,000 to a law firm right now. Okay, you could be doing that.
I mean, like most people know that I'm not fucking whatever he said. You could just look it up, dude. Again, I'm annoyed though because for the sake of my family, I have to take that seriously. It's fucking evil. I want to play with kid gloves when it comes to him. Like I don't want to be the reason like something crazy happens.
But you say that, but you're not the first person he's done this to. He's an old man. Think about all of the people in his life that he may have ruined or done the same thing towards.
Oh no,
or actually hurt, like in his personal life.
100%, I agree. But you know, it just I don't like to do that. That's all I'm trying to say. I didn't want to do it. Like my last video was meant to be complimentary to Sean, and I sent him a couple of envoys, so to speak, to be like, "Hey, let's do a collab. I'd like to have you on something." And then this is what happened. I'm like, all right, well.
So the first video you made on him was like what, 2 years ago?
Probably about, yeah.
Do you remember roughly what his subscriber count was 2 years ago?
I think it was about, I don't remember. Probably, I mean, it was at least 30 or 40, something like that.
Oh, so he had a following. I mean, he's up to 68K now.
He had at least over 10K. For sure.
That's what I was wondering was roughly if he was over or under.
Yeah, no, he was well over that.
Rads, if you want to come on, Rads can always come on. He can do a collab. Do a collab with Vintage Warfare.
I know. He was asking if I was at the Creator Range Day, and I didn't end up going. And I'm also a piece of shit because I thought I replied to him, and I'm like, oh no, sorry,
nope, never did. Oops, left you on red, bro.
Whoopsie, yeah.
Just a little whoopsie. Well, hey, we could go meet Cody at Shot Show if he's there.
I might
have a
go
nice
to
little
SHOT
conversation.
Show. Yeah, I might go to SHOT Show this year. I have some reasons. Had some people email me about it already, and I'm kind of about it. So
I'm sure there'll be more than a few things.
I
Plus,
also need to
there's
meet
some
you.
people there. Yeah.
When else am I gonna see you, John? Can't think of when.
Yeah, nobody comes through South Dakota for some reason. I don't know why that is, but nobody comes out. Nobody comes out.
It's almost like
whatsoever. It's almost like
that's
the reason I came out here.
It used to be your governor, and now she's gone. So,
yeah. Oh, also, Vintage. If you ever need help with finances, like I know the chat has your back here. So I'm in terms of a legal suit, right? So I wouldn't worry about that part of it.
Honestly, John, I'll probably talk to you tomorrow about.
I can. I'll forward you my law group.
For sure, please do.
All right. Well, 2 hours into the show, we're getting to the title topic. A great innovation here from Sig Sauer. The Sig 516 Gen 3 is here. Reputation redefined. Ladies and gentlemen, are you tired of innovation yet? Surefire knockoff muzzle device, shovel nose handguard.
I do like the style of that handguard though.
It's kind of an LMT looking thing. For some
reason,
reason,
it looks good.
The everybody now, or at least all the SIG rifles, they all come with the side charging handles on the back side of the receiver, because I think they're doing it because they want that the standard going forward, and because they got to reuse all their tooling from all their other rifles, like the MCX and the NGSW, the M7 or whatever it is.
So
I think they just got to reuse all their parts.
Part of me understands the idea of it, but at the end of the day, it's like, oh my god, AR with.
It's not an AR. It's not an AR though. It's a half. It's a half AR.
Okay.
It's a half AR, half MCX. Honestly, this is a MAX is what I would call it, I guess.
Okay. All right.
Really good graphics, though. Appreciate the work.
I like the modernized. I do like the design of the charging handle off rip though. Like just looking at it, it looks cool. Kind of reminds me of the modernized like G3 looking ones. If you ever seen those, the ones that fold down. That's kind of cool.
I like that it folds out of the way. It is dual charging though, because they keep the standard AR charging handle and then also add in the secondary charging handle on the back. It's also full ambi, which I like. So you have the little bolt catch here on the side, which is neato. I'll spoil it now. The price tag of the rifle is $2,000, which is not that bad. Like, here's the thing. All right. So a Geisley Super Duty is roughly $2,000. A Daniel Defense is $2,000. Knights is $3,500. You know, so in terms of like premium ARs, which this isn't an AR, $2,000 is not bad. Like an HK-MR 5.56 is $4,500.
How long has this
right?
been tested? How long has this rifle been tested?
4 minutes. 4 minutes of testing before they said it was good, bro. Don't worry about it. I'm sure it will not have the same issues as all their other platforms have. So extremely soft shooting. I don't know where they get their claims from. So once we see it, I'll show you. So this is always concerning to me when they say modular design with replaceable high-wear parts. It's like, why are we advertising its ability?
India. It is made in India, sir.
Yeah, I can't wait till you have to replace the side charging handle and the locking plate on the upper receiver. That's going to be great.
Sir, it is made in the India Food Festival, sir.
All right, show me the whole rifle. Okay, so I'll break it down, all right? So up front, we have a piston system. So this is a adjustable piston system that uses a MCX bolt.
Okay.
So we have kind of a MCX up front, but then in the back, we still have a AR-15 buffer tube recoil system. So we have MCX up front, AR-15 in the back.
For 2K?
For 2K.
All right.
And they only have the 16-inch version right now. No other links are available as of this time.
So I'm not looking at this. I'm looking at that picture right now. Like aesthetically, the gun doesn't really look special.
No,
I do see the hybrid though between the MCX and the AR.
It has potential, right? Because I do like the original 5.16. I like the 5.16 a lot. If I could find a 10.5 upper, I would love to have one.
5.16 is the only good fucking one they've made in a while, right? Like in terms of rifles.
Yeah, honestly, it was really good. And the Caracal 8.16, which is just an updated 5.16, is also really good. I like them more than most other piston rifles on the market, even though they're, decades old at this point. But the 5.16 G3, it's very expensive. Now, $2,000 is like a lot. I'm not going to buy one. I'm not going to go spend $2,000 just to get another piston rifle made by Modern Sig, right? That's not my thing. It looks okay. It has a really, really tall receiver set. It's going to be a heavy pig. It might scratch the piston rifle itch. Mm-hmm.
Well, the more I look at the upper, the more I'm actually starting to like it.
So you can see how tall the upper receiver is on this. Like how big they made it.
Though. The more I look at it, the more I'm like, all right, aesthetically pleasing wise, it kind of feels like at least a cool looking blend between the MCX and the like an AR-15.
Yeah, I mean it has the MCX tall forend.
I do like the end of the handguard too. It looks canted the right way. The more I look at it, maybe aesthetically, it's not the worst looking gun. I'm skeptical. I'm skeptical.
This was made by poop people. Yeah, never forget who's actually making this stuff. This was made by and for poop people. Let's see. Do we have any better images of it? I mean,
that looks good. I'm sorry.
I like the way the handguard looks. I like the way the handguard looks. I think that's pretty neat. It's really, really tall. It blends okay. Side charging.
It's as tall as like a Galil Ace or like
Yeah.
a SG, like a Swiss
Wonder
gun,
if
like the
they-
SG series.
Do they tell us the weight? Oh, get out of here. They tell us the weight on here. Let me see. More specifications. They're claiming 7.7 pounds, which is fine for piston arrow. It's a little heavier than it should be, but
Yeah,
I mean it's not a bad looking rifle. It looks all right.
I mean, they
Looks
made
all
the
right.
XM7. I don't want to hear about heavy. when it comes to that.
Yeah, I don't know if that's a weight is just a number or whatever APAC put on their timeline or something like that. Actually, with that setup, go back. That setup looks kind of good.
I think it looks nice. Yeah.
Yeah.
I hate to say that, but
Well, I'm gonna have to do a
I'll
video
do it.
on it at SHOT Show this year because I'll be there filming video. So I'm gonna
can I
have to do a
talk
video.
shit on it at the booth with you? Can I do that?
Dude, I don't even know if they're gonna. I don't know if they're gonna like me hanging out there at all,
they'll
bro.
let me. No, they'll let me. Trust me. I'm their top guy.
Uh,
Look, I like the serration zone in the back too.
Are they not? Are they not? Is SIG not going to SHOT Show, bro? Is SIG not going to SHOT Show? That's wild.
Oh, are you gonna go to SHOT Show, big guy?
I'm
Can I see
well.
you there?
As long as they're not kicking me out, I'm gonna be there. But I mean,
I was talking
PSI
about Rad. I
tried.
know you're gonna be there.
Well, yeah, but SIG ain't there anymore. Damn it. No, SIG was there this year, bro. Last year, I talked to St. James or John St. James. They have SIG Defense there. Maybe not SIG, SIG USA or whatever their generic line is, but SIG Defense was definitely there because I did a video at their booth with Jason St. James or however you say his name, the big guy with the mustache. I did an interview with him there about their 8TMR and some of their other stuff. So, yeah, I mean, I don't think it's exciting to this audience. They're like, oh, I can't wait to hand SIG 2,000 of my hard-earned dollars. Yay, I would love to do
Nimda.
that right now.
I
Good
can
sir.
think of a lot of. That's kind of the reason I don't like the. I know there are people who will obviously pay it, but I could think of a lot of cool shit that I could spend $2,000 on. That ain't it for me.
No. Yeah,
Nimda
'cause that's the
is
thing,
already
I'm-
waiting in line to pay $2,000
As
for this.
as a value guy, Basecamp says I'd shill it. Listen, the SIG check clears.
you,
That's all I
Basecamp.
need to know.
Love that
That's
for
all
you,
I
King.
need to know right there.
I hope you sell
DRS
all the
You go for
SDI
it.
ad reads. I'll allow you to do it. I will make
Bro,
a video on you.
if you,
I like you.
yeah, I can't wait, bro. Actually, you know what? I need more drama. So if you could review it purposefully, like horribly, and just like suck it off the entire time or whatever,
Mhm.
and then I get to respond to it, and then you get to make a response video to that, and it's just like never-ending content cycle. We could do that.
Just make sure you use a Siley optic on it immediately. I
Mm.
need that for
And then list it on
Rudy.
Gunbroker. List it on Gunbroker the day the review drops for like $2,500
Post
or
it-
something.
post it on your don't actually like advertise it. Be like, hey, I did a thing on your community page, and just be like, it's your listing, but no price.
Oh my gosh.
I
But
did
you
a
got to
thing.
make
Well,
sure
dude,
and make sure
So
and
the
put half the round
retard,
count.
I forget what retard did it with the Springfield Hellion, but he used pictures from his video when he
Alert.
posted it on Gunbroker. Oops.
Alert. Sean posted alert.
Oh man.
Oh my
He's got the-
god.
He's changed. Maybe he is trolling, dude. He's worn 4 different pairs of glasses so far. What is going on?
No, he is. No, he thinks this is trolling. All right, let's see what he has to say.
Okay. Well, listen, I got a comment. Ah. Come on the show, Sean. Answer your email.
He's not going to.
Even
wish
if I
he
put a
would.
smiley face? Even
Yeah,
if I put a
smiley face. Put a smiley
Alright.
face.
Yeah, smiley face on there just
Put
for
the
good measure.
winky smoochy face.
Oh, sorry. The buzzwords for you, pal.
Hey, here's some buzzwords for the Vintage Warfare channel and the Goon Squad. 21 to buy a gun. Trump sucks. Gun control, gun violence. Secure your firearms to prevent unauthorized access. Gun control, practice gun control. Don't let your guns get stolen. There's your buzzwords. Vintage Warfare gets a chubby while he's watching old black and white war movies on TV. He thinks that shit is cool. He loves the military-industrial complex. He's a Jew-hating bastard. He's a pedophile and a sex offender.
Come on.
He's a pervert. And his children are just as goofy in the head as he is. Gun control, gun violence, 21 to buy a gun. Anybody but Trump in 24. Trump for prison. Leavenworth, 2028. Hey, here's some buzzwords for the
Is
vintage.
he living in the past?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Dude, I need that's your new PFP right there, Richard. Puckered up double lot Sean right there. Screenshot it, Richard.
Man.
Screenshot it,
Alright,
Richard.
on,
New
man.
PFP. Oh, he is retarded. He's a little strange there. Little strange.
That's mad funny. The fact he also wants to kill my non-existent kids.
Yeah, you know, gotta come after them before they're born. Honestly, it's efficient. Well, that's the thing. If he's gonna start saying things like you should have aborted your kids or you should abort your kids, he's gonna start saying stuff like that. Like that's the next step.
What's
This
sad
is
is
an
he's
unhinged
gonna.
maniac.
Well, what's sad is I'm not God, and I'm not going to assume where he's gonna go. But right now, he's not on the good path, and I fear for him. I fear for his soul.
Yeah. He's talking about your sack.
He's talking about my sack, dude. He said, "Well, what was it?" He said, "You'll love it when the sack's rubbing across your head, liberal," or whatever the fuck he said. That was good.
Maybe he's just a SIG representative. That's right. Austin's Goon Squad checking in. All right, here, Austin. Well, you're gonna love this next one. All right. So speaking of goon squads, we have the Filipino Muslim goon squads posting their drip. All right. So these are the firearms of the MILF fighters, the Islamist MILF fighters. No, really. So today's post features an additional 15 images of various firearms currently utilized by MILF, Moro Islamic Liberation Front. These are the MILF fighters that you guys are watching on screen right now. Founded in 1977 and based in Mindanao, MILF sought to create an autonomous region for the Moro people, 13 Muslim-majority ethno-linguistic Austronesian groups, words I've never had to say before, native to the region, native to the region known as Bangsamoro. That's got to be a troll, right? Bangsamoro MILFs. That's got to be a troll, right? Bangsamoro MILFs.
Oh boy,
that's got to be a troll. Slide one shows MILF. Yeah, so here we have a Colt 613P. We have can we click? You got Grandma MILF with underslung M203 on her 613P. All right.
Mindanao is very, very well known for being fans of firearms.
God damn! Look at her legs. Holy, look like
Yeah,
they're
she
someone like
Where do you where do you
Like
think they
fucking
got our
ballooned.
names from?
ballooned them up. Damn.
Gilf.
Yeah.
Dibs on Granny. You are unhinged, sir.
What's wrong with you?
Unhinged.
Ew.
There's so yeah, so that's one.
chubby for a chubby.
Chubby for a chubby. I mean,
That's
so there we
actually
have.
nuts, dude.
Is that a
What's your-
CMMG? What is this one? AR9 with a vector extendo clipazine with a brace. Even the
Dude.
MILFs are using braces right now, dog.
Dude, you know that chick is like the village delicacy or some shit. Look the fucking dude. She's tree trunking it. It's such a good comment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no.
We got your Hawaiian. Dude, what is this? These are Turkish R56. What are these? Are these Daewoo clones?
That's not the new one that they got, right?
Well, it's a Turkish R56. What is?
Well, no, I like not a revamped one that they already have because it looks familiar.
Well, what is it based on?
The
Still-
R56. It's a
Oh, is it
piston
its
gun, I
own
think.
thing?
Yeah.
Is it its own thing? Okay. I just haven't seen it very much. That is kind of an interesting looking gun. I kind of like that. It's kind of hot looking. Oh, Can't destroy that one. Here we have Palmetto State Armory and knockoff iron sights. Dude, actually, look at that guy's toes. His toes do not fit sandals at all.
Hey, man.
But
Well, those are
Hey.
extra toes.
Look, listen. Listen. You be nice about that man's shoe size.
Hip abductor machine final boss in response to that other girl. Yeah. What is this? Ultramax 100 machine gun. All right.
Oh, dope.
So that wow,
That's cool.
that's
That's actually
Wow.
super cool. What the
That's
fuck?
that is real cool, dude. It's got the grip pod light combo. That's drippy
Yeah.
with a South Korean optic on there. Now here's the thing that irks me, bro. Another M4 wacky thing. We got another 613 with a underslung grenade launcher.
14, yeah.
A couple of M14s. A couple more Colts, various degrees.
I love how they all
now,
have the barrels pointed in between their feet.
oh,
every
dude,
time.
there's no trigger discipline. This is the one that annoys me. Somehow these idiots got a load of Bushmaster ACRs.
yeah.
Fuck. Damn it.
And I think they were wearing.
There's a
Crocs in
lot
that
of them
last
too.
photo.
Sorry, go ahead.
I think they were wearing Crocs in that last photo. Vintage. They weren't just pointing them at their toes. I think they actually.
Yeah,
I think the
they're
guy on the
resting
right
them
there-
on their
but they're
toes.
wearing
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think he actually has it in the slot of the toes. That's funny.
Very based. Very
Uh,
based, that man.
yeah, just casually carrying their ACRs around. Tragic FD ACRs that should be in my
Actually,
possession, not
dude.
in MILF's possessions.
Wow.
Tragic.
Fuck that. That's
Damn.
so gay.
That's obnoxious.
How would they even
That's
get those?
obnoxious.
I was
How
gonna
would
say
they
those
even
are
get
those are crispy mint.
Dude, okay, in 2018, the Philippine government passed the Bangsamoro organic law giving more autonomy to Muslims. In return, MILF announced that it would disarm its 30,000 fighters. That clearly has not happened yet. So this, I don't know, this is one of those weird regions of the world where it's like an autonomous zone where they have their own militia, basically, essentially.
Well, this
where
is a lot of the
Muslim
Filipino jungle
controlled.
gats come from Mindanao or come from the jungles around the area into Mindanao to then be spread around the city. Like the firearms is a big part of the culture there in Mindanao. I'll see if I
guess.
can find the video. But yeah, they're banging out 1911s in little jungle huts.
They're
using scrap
they're
metal.
banging out MILF 1911s.
Banging them
Yeah.
out.
Damn.
Damn.
Okay, did Double Lot Sean do another one?
Oh,
Is that what they're
no.
saying? Oh my gosh,
Yeah,
this
apparently.
is never gonna end, guys.
Dude.
This is infinite. We're just live reacting to all of his videos.
Well, you know the Democrats are gun control. You know the Democrats are coming for the guns so they can destroy America and make us accept the mark of the beast. The new
Of all
world
the
order.
fucking
Based?
people.
You need guns to defend yourself against the new world order. You should have joined the Branch Davidians before 92. Maybe they would still be alive if you were fighting on their side with your communist-made military surplus firearms. Gun control, gun violence. Oh my God, the Democrats are coming for the guns. Secure your firearms to prevent unauthorized access. It
Dude,
helps
this-
prevent
this is
access.
just him reposting a video.
Oh, is this one of his earlier videos?
Yeah, he's
I
just
don't-
reposting them. He does this. He'll upload it twice.
Yeah, somebody paying him on Cameo, maybe.
Maybe, yeah.
Ah,
Well, anyways, guys, I need to head off. I got worked up earlier. But forward me that legal office. I would love that. And then
I will, and we will. Godspeed in that,
yeah,
sir.
I'll be on the
Appreciate you
Discord.
coming
I
on,
just-
man.
I don't want to. Yeah, my chick, she, I talked to her about it.
Rightfully
She's
so.
like- she was like, "What the fuck? Like that's not." I'm like, I know, but now she's all fucking, like, well, is he gonna come kill us? I'm like, no, we're fine, but she's all worked up, so
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
gonna
go be with your
handle
chick,
that.
homie.
And thank
Enjoy
you,
it-
Double Out
en-
Sean,
Enjoy
for
your
making my
pog.
woman feel fearful for her life. I will not remember that, Double Out Sean. I will not remember that. I won't remember it. Don't worry. When you made my woman fearful for her life, Double Out Sean, I will not remember that. You're all good. I promise.
I enjoyed. All right, I'll see you later,
Love you,
Vintage.
brother.
I appreciate it, man. Godspeed out there, sir. Vintage Warfare, ladies and gentlemen. Go
Spicy
over,
idea.
check him out right now. What was spicy? He didn't even say anything. Have a good night, sir. Appreciate you very, very much.
Would you like to check out the MILF Arms Factory?
I'm not checking out a MILF factory. Pretty much. Pretty sure that's called the gym.
No. It's a
No,
YouTube
listen,
video from
listen.
the...
I'm gonna keep it real with you, right? I'm gonna keep it real with you right now, Richard. And you just jump scared me with that image. We're 2.5 hours into. I know, but I forgot that I did. We're 2.5 hours into this show, good sir. And I got to. Okay, what am I looking at here? Is this?
Balikan muna natin si Eden Suarez kaugnay ng pagkakaroon ng MILF ng sariling paggawaan ng armas.
Yeah, it's like a minute and a half.
Yes, bali wala lang umano ang mga isinukong armas ng Moro Islamic Liberation Front o MILF sa ginanap na ceremonial decommission.
What is this? Is this a Microsoft call center? Dude, if I'm on customer support anywhere, this is what I hear. This is actually better English.
Ito ang naging pahayag ni Magdalo.
The new Sean is now Lost Media. He deleted it. Good.
Party List Representative Gary Alejano dahil may 10 pagawaan ng armas sa kanilang mga kampo ang MILF. Ayon kay Alejano,
well, right, but we can't actually watch them handling firearms on stream, Richard.
ng 50 at 60.
Well, I
That's how you
didn't think that they were handling them. I thought that they were just on the tables and.
Well, you think we want, dude? We have to listen to this stuff in America right now. I can't listen to this stuff on stream. I can't subject the good people of this stream to stuff like that. Ah!
I just figured they'd want to see the MILF Arms.
The MILF Arms. I mean, yeah, we get it. They're sketchy AF. All right. Well, so we covered the SIG, we covered that. Okay, I know we've covered a lot of dark and dreary things on this stream so far, and people, doing wacky things to our boys, but how about a heartwarming story? Philly man was awarded $4 million after being wrongfully jailed for 24 years. He's back in prison for killing a man over $1,200 drug debt. Sharn Thomas was exonerated in 2017 after 24 years in prison for a 1990 murder, with his conviction overturned due to withheld evidence and recanted testimony. He received $4.1 million in a settlement in 2020 for his wrongful imprisonment. 4 years later, Thomas pleaded guilty in 2024 to third-degree murder for killing Akeem Edwards in 2023 over a $1,200 drug debt. Wow. He was sentenced for 33 to 66 years in prison on February 28, 2025, effectively a life term. His girlfriend, Ketra Vesey, who drove the car during the 2023 murder, pleaded guilty to related charges and is awaiting sentences. Thomas's defense cited PTSD from his wrongful imprisonment as a contributing factor, though he also threatened Vesey to silence her. The Innocence Project has been involved in cases like Thomas's, advocating for reforms to prevent wrongful convictions through legal challenges. Man, you freaking do 24 years in prison, you get handed $4 million, and then you murder somebody else just a couple years later?
Well,
over $1,200?
Plot twist, he actually did the initial murder, and they just let him go and paid him. And then he was emboldened by that, so he thought he could get away with it again.
Olympic hopefuls could be here. Well, yeah, that's the thing, right? Is if he's murdering somebody for $1,200, where did the $4 million go, dude?
I'm gonna guess drugs.
Well, obviously, but somebody owed him $1,200 and he murdered them for it. He murdered them because they owed him $1,200. So did he become a drug kingpin in that time? he bought $1 million worth of fent.
He was probably using in such large quantities that he was also dealing and selling in wholesale. That would be my guess. because $1,200 worth of drugs, that's a significant amount. Doesn't matter what it is.
Canikin account says we down just a little bit. That little L there. It's all right. It's all right though, man. And let's be real. Like maybe he was innocent in that first one completely and got sentenced to 24 years incorrectly. I actually think he's entitled to the $4 million in a settlement. Like,
yeah, if he was wrong.
If somebody took me away from my family for 24 years
$4
wrongfully,
million's not enough.
and they only gave me $4 million, like I'd be up in arms. But then, of course, the fact that you turn around and murder somebody 3 years later for $1,200 is a little indicative. You know, it's a little tragic. And I mean, there was another case of that guy that was on Joe Rogan, right?
Yeah,
Who was reformed or whatnot. He got out of prison, and then
motivational speaker.
Yeah, and then he murdered a girlfriend, fiance, and then chopped her up and put her in a suitcase. Right? Is that how that story went?
I don't remember the exact specifics. I remember he got out, was on there embellishing his story, and then went on to be a motivational speaker for criminal reform, yada yada, and then ended up murdering somebody.
Well, but even if we say that, okay, well, it was because he was institutionalized and so he became a criminal in jail, right? So he was basically 24 years. Like he probably spent most of his life in prison. Yeah, I would definitely say that it changes people, but still, $4 million gone in 3 years, and then you murder somebody for $1,200. Yeah, head in the freezer. Yeah. Absolutely tragic. Both things are tragic. Now, speaking of more tragic L's, and the sake of the background of this video being the arc of the Felford Again Award and the MAGA-tards, which I love when we get called like MAGA Republicans or boomer conservatives and stuff like that. It's like, I don't think you understand what we really want. So Laura Ingraham, I pressed President Trump on H-1B visas. If you want to raise wages for Americans, you can't flood the country with thousands of foreign workers. POTUS, you have to bring in talent. You can't take people off the unemployment line and say, go make missiles. Basically saying,
you can.
Americans are too stupid to do what we need H-1B visa workers to do. We need millions of these legal Americans to come in and take high-paying jobs from American citizens because we're too stupid to get this work done, right?
Republicans have to talk about it.
And does that mean the H-1B visa thing will not be a big priority for your administration? Because if you want to raise wages for American workers, you can't flood the country with tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands of foreign workers.
You also do have to bring in talent.
We have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to...
Listen, all I have to do is look up the average IQ of the USA and the average IQ of someplace like India. And quite literally, pulling a random underemployed or unemployed man in the USA is going to likely give you a better candidate than like somebody one standard deviation higher in India.
Instead of pulling up the IQs, how about we pull up the death from diarrhea map?
Well, I mean, you can also do that as well, but I'm just talking about like if your argument is, well, we need people that are capable of being these really special scientists and whatnot. It's like, no, the H-1B market is like retarded code monkeys, and it's soulless bug men who do data entry. It's literally nothing. It's like the American public can do that job. They should do that job. They should get paid more, and we should not have to deal with a single additional person here that we don't want.
Have to bring in talent.
We have plenty of talented people here.
No, you don't.
We don't have talented people here?
No, you don't have certain talents, and people have to learn. You can't take people off an unemployment line and say, I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put...
Apparently on-the-job training doesn't exist.
I'll give you an example.
Well, here's the thing. So Chud says, my company has forced retirement on long-term employees and replaced them with Indians, like 18 in the last 3 years. It is so upsetting. It's tragic, right? It's disgusting because like you have these employees who have been there a long time, so they're making a lot of money, and then they replace them with an H-1B who's making 1/10 1/5 their salary.
And
right?
it's not just about the salary; it also comes down to the benefits in the 401k.
Sure, all of it,
that
all
stuff.
of it.
That's-
It's so
that's
much
really what
cheaper,
it's
right?
about.
Why would you pay Dave with a family of 4, his health care, his benefits, all of that? He's been here for
Matching dollar
25
for dollar for the
he's
401k.
he's been here for 25 years. He's maxed out all of his retirement plans, and he's at his highest peak in terms of wages, making $250,000, $500,000 a year. Get rid of that guy and hire Pajit number 464 for $50K a year. You know, who's gonna slum up a house with 12 of his buddies, right? And just create a literal
12?
disgusting cripple.
I mean, there's extra bedrooms left, sir.
Yeah, I know.
Sorry.
The H-1B fees were not raised to $100K each. They were supposed to.
And they had exemptions for tech and all these other things that yeah. They did the save the puppies bill is what they did.
I'm going to put you into a factory where we're going to make missiles, or I'm going to put
How did we ever do it before?
Well, let me
When you
just,
and I were
I'll give you
growing
an
up.
example. In Georgia, they raided because they wanted illegal immigrants out. They had people from South Korea that made
Hyundai.
batteries all their lives. You know, making batteries are very complicated. It's not an easy thing and very dangerous. A lot of explosions, a lot of problems. They had like 500 or 600 people, early stages, to make batteries and to teach people how to do it. Well, they wanted them to get out of the country. You're going to need that, Laura. I mean, I know you and I disagree on this. You can't just say a country's coming in, going to invest.
Nah, see, here's the thing. This is how it always goes, right? If you have a job that is difficult, you know, and you can't find the right employee for your job, you know what that forces the company to do?
Train the person.
Well, of course that, but causes them to have to pay them more money, right? Because let's say I offer a job for $50K a year. I need somebody to do it with the right qualifications, and the applicants I get simply are underqualified for it, undertrained for it. It's like, well, it's like if I raise it to 75K, now I've just widened the expanse, the number of people that I can actually get into that job, right? Because I'm going to get a lot more applicants. I'm going to get a higher quality of applicant. And that's something that companies don't really think about. They look at that number, like let's take a 50K a year employee. I would rather pay one fantastic employee 5 times as much as 5 retards. Because 5 retards at 50K a year might technically be able to get the job done.
They're going to
However, one competent human, one competent one, or 2 competent humans are worth more than 5 retards combined that can technically do it, right? So people think that, like, minimum wage jobs, a lot of time, I remember working for places and they'd complain about the quality of workers. And it's like, do you know what you pay them? No good worker is going to, like, you think you're going to hire a 35-year-old professional with 10 years of experience at like minimum wage or close to it? No. If you want somebody that's worth $25 an hour, you're going to have to pay them $25 an hour. You might have to pay them $30 an hour, right? For some of these jobs. If you want good workers, you got to pay good wages, right? Which is why I pay Richard nothing.
Yeah, and
I'm just
I
kidding.
continue to show up and be retarded.
And he's still here.
$10 billion to build a plant and going to take people off an unemployment line who haven't worked in 5 years, and they're going to start.
But maybe if we offered them more money, they would be more enticed to work, right? Or here's what it would do, right? So really what it would do is it would alleviate the bottom end, right? Because if you have a higher wage, people who want to work for that wage are going to leave their current positions to that job, right? Which creates a gap, which means that the guys below that can then move into that gap, so on and so forth, right? So it kind of raises the whole stack in that way. Anytime you have a work vacuum, you need to raise the wages in that area to entice people into it. Those people have to leave the lower industries, and that lifts up people who don't even have access to that, right?
One thing that he could do that doesn't necessarily involve raising the wages, but still results in the employees getting more money, is allow federal tax breaks for certain industries. No federal income tax in certain industries.
Making missiles. It doesn't work that way.
It doesn't work that way. Trump says H-1B immigrants are necessary since there are not plenty of talented Americans. He's just calling you retarded. Got the cute little Tito saying, Felford again award. Many, many such cases. We have plenty of talented people here. No, you don't. No, you don't. You have to have certain people. So you don't have certain talents, and you have to. People have to learn. It's like, yeah, you should be paying Americans to learn. You should always, always be paying Americans. Now, not only is the immigration thing a way to destroy the country from within, basically, right? Because it messes with culture, it messes with your genetics, it ruins your demographics, all that sort of fun stuff. But then it also just takes money away from Americans, right? It's like if a company is having a hard time filling a job, it's like, well, figure out a way to do that, right? Lift people up within your own organization, hire from within, don't import H-1B visas, pay people more money, which is what, again, these companies just absolutely do not want to do. So it's both a spit in the face of the MAGA base, but it's also, of course, it's better for global homo, right? The more of these people are in here.
Correct.
Better
And
for
it's not
demoralization.
it's not just taking money away from Americans that could be doing those jobs. It's also taking money directly out of the American economy because a large portion of these people send the money directly back to their home country, to their family members.
Oh, yeah. I mean, remittances should be taxed at 100%. There should be no way that you come to America, you take an American's job, and then you take that money away from the American economy and send it back to your family in Mexico or Nicaragua or Kyrgyzstan. I don't know. It should be taxed at 100%. Just say, nope, no thanks. Sorry, bro.
Well, the problem with that is then the government would be incentivized to import more because they're going to make more money off of it.
Who's going to make more money?
The government.
No. You don't understand. By taxing at 100%, I mean quite literally none of the money makes it through. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the Mexicans would not, if none of the money went through, Richard, they would not keep sending their money.
I thought you said.
Right.
I thought you meant like.
I am literally saying you should tax remittances at 100%. So if you send $100 to your family back in Mexico, $0 of it goes. Then guess what they do? They stop sending money back, right? And then if they can't send money back, they go home because that's why they're here. They're not here for the betterment of America. They're here for the betterment of Mexico and for the betterment of their families back home, not for you and me. They are literally a parasitic drain on us, which is why remittances should be taxed at 100%.
I was under the impression that taxed at 100% would mean if they're sending 100, they actually need 200.
If I taxed 100% of your income, Richard, how much income would you have left?
Well,
nothing.
100% of zero is zero.
Well, right. but that's when I say tax on 100%, I don't mean a 100% tariff, right, where it doubles the cost of it. I mean tax on 100%, like we take it all. It's just no. How about no? You want another quick L? Right before we get out of here, House Democrats release new Epstein emails referencing Trump. One of the emails is a 2011 message between Epstein and Ghislaine Maxwell. Sex offender Jeffrey Epstein referred to Donald Trump as the dog that hasn't barked. Oh, sorry, no, I pulled up. Whatever the heck that means. Sex offender Jeffrey Epstein referred to Trump as the dog that hasn't barked and told his former companion, Ghislaine Maxwell, that an alleged victim had spent hours at my house with Trump, according to email correspondence released Wednesday by Democrats on the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. I want you to realize that that dog hasn't barked is Trump. Epstein wrote in a typo-riddled message to Maxwell, probably because he was on coke, in April 2011. The victim spent hours at my house with him. He has never once been mentioned. I have been thinking about that, Maxwell replied. So, I mean, whether this is some sort of damning evidence or just that they were attempting to get to Trump, I don't think you need to go one way or the other on it. But I think it's just another little L on top of his absolutely destructive, nuclear bad, we need H-1B visa program. I mean, in this, he sounds like that idiot, Vivek, who said that, you know what, Americans just aren't hardworking enough. And that's why we need Indian Hindus to come in and replace you. We need my own people. We need my own people to come in and replace you because you stupid Americans, you just don't want to work like we do because we're so much better than you are. It's like, if you're so much better than us, then why Why is going back to your home country the worst thing you could possibly imagine? How about that? Check out my submission focus. Which one was that, Emoko? I think I saw what you had posted. Where are you? Which one are you in? Cozy Time? No, I can't check that out. It's guns on stream, Emoko. Otherwise I would. Sorry about that. But yeah, and this is why every day Nick Fuente is saying that he didn't vote for Trump looks better and better, right? All you have to do is let Trump keep talking, and he just says retarded things every now and again. And then next week he'll say something super based, and everybody will be back on the MAGA train. And then it'll be like, oh yeah, 50-year mortgages and 15-year car loans. And
he'll repost a meme made by somebody else, and they'll be like, "Yay,
yeah, woo!" It's like, hey, how about we already checked out William Fenton. We have a whole video on Freedom Sig. We already checked that out, I think, last week. Canic in a couch must be new here. Says sup with the racism in the chat. People weird. LMAO. People have their opinion, and I allow them to speak here.
He is new. I've seen him post a couple comments in the Clips channel in the past few days.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If you're not familiar with the vibe around here, people get a little spicy, but that's all right. Not gonna. You can get spicy as well. This is a safe space for spicy people. How about that? Chud times him out. Ban from the chat. Don't do that. No. All right, guys. Well, we're going to get to your support. You guys have been insanely generous tonight. And I think that's about it. This one's going to take forever to get to. It's the slightly offensive getting sued by 5 million for criticizing Cash App Patel's Mossad agent, Jewish girlfriend, which this might take a long time to get to.
It is
okay, here's the thing.
But it's a quick rundown.
Well, no, let me post this in chat because we got to get to. People have been very generous. We have to get to support here. I don't want to. I've left the people hanging for too long. Let me see here. Video. Okay, you're good. Okay, Cash App video tonight or next stream. How about that? Ignore the random capitalization there, gents. All right. Poll is in the chat if you want us to do it tonight or next week. Totally up to you, gents. All right. Over on Ko-Fi, Drainpipe for 5 says, "What in tarnation?" I think that's referring to Double Out Sean being a crazy man. Has Double Out Sean? We have a check-in on Double Out Sean. Is he still uploading? No, he's good for now. Good. Paul over on Ko-Fi says, "Just promise this boomer sweet, succulent Zoomer taxes, Medicare, and Sildenafil over the hill catnip." Yeah, that's what he needs. Thank you, Paul. Cubby says, "Make sure you download the videos before you yeet his channel." I think the route of just reporting these videos, like not false reporting, but I mean, if you feel that these videos are defamation, or if they're making claims against another person or breaking TOS, it is totally within your rights to click on them and to report them, right? Totally within your guys' rights to do that. Genotion over on Ko-Fi says, "I don't know if you know this, but this has been going on for 5 years. Also, I hate how far my beloved Philippines has gone. My great-grandpa was slaying dinks, has a 10-year-old with the Marine and Army." All right. Yeah, I mean, it's a crazy part of the world, man. And if you're from there, if those are your people and you're sad to see it's going, I mean, I feel the same here in America sometimes, man. Rad's Arm says he looks like Carl Malden. Look it up. Yeah, we looked at that. He's kind of got that same nose shape. Very strong. Very, very strong. Karl Marx is retarded for 2. Says, "I wish I was cool enough to have my own stalkers." You have all of us. We're all your stalkers, bro. Where do you think you're going, bro? Thank you, Karl Marx. Pepe Silva for 2 says nothing, drops it on the table, walks away. Sildenafil, it's Cialis. Sildenafil. Thank you. Asian Massage Reviews. You would know that. Moonman for 5 says, "I only get stalked by women. Vintage gets much funnier stalkers. This is bullshit." True. I mean, I don't know. I feel like women stalkers are probably funnier than getting called a pedophile every 5 minutes. Much less litigious. Karl Marx is retarded for 2, says Trench rides the short bus to the army ranges. Meanie. Moonman for 5 says, I would love to past tense. Excuse me. I would love to past tense an old person for vintage. Fair enough. All right, Moonman. It's got the bloodlust going. Ethan from Texas for 2 says, bro looks like a side character in an Old West film. Oh, shoot. Let me pull that back up again. Grab the wrong one. He looks like something, that's for sure, don't he? Thank you, Ethan from Texas. Ridiculous for 2 says, bro, this is Dracula flow energy. I'm drying out here, man. Yeah, thank you, Ridiculous. Karl Marx for 2 says, this dude trying to be Alec Baldwin on set. Oh, yeah. Guns loaded. Loaded the whole time, huh? Moonman for 2 says, this guy tried to give me a side quest in Red Dead Redemption 2. Probably, yeah, don't do it. Tax the rich, good conservative, right-wingers. He can't afford me. Moonman for 5 says, put vintage on the boy kisser registry right next to Richard and I. Aw, you two are... I hope, guys, all right. I hope some of us are touching on the FBI list, all right?
Touching
or the watch
tips.
list. I didn't say that. That's gay. Karl Marx is retarded for 2 says, this dude is Trench when he get out with no combat. Aw, why is Trench catching strays here, dude? Iron Knuckles for 2 says, his videos are bad and he should feel bad. I agree. You should feel shame. You should feel shame for your actions, Double-Out Sean.
I'm guessing with all the SSRIs, he can't feel anything.
Straight up nothing. Nothing gets through that horse hide of a nose, son. Entity of the Void for 5 says, want to know the generation that sold out America for End Your Future? You're looking at it. Good point. I Am David for 5 says, is this the grumpier old men we have at home movie? I don't think you get much grumpier or more senile than something like this. Thank you, David. Josh for 5 says, you conservatives love to complain about cancel culture until a real American Double-Out Sean gets silenced by the radical. True. Thank you. Thank you, Josh. Appreciate that, man. Nimda says, I need to pay this guy for a cameo request.
That would be hilarious.
I think he can handle it. Rad's Arm says, check your text. What the beard is hiding. We showed that, but we'll show it again. This is Cody Ripito. 2 of my favorite characters online right now, dude. Moonman for 5 says, not one soul cares about the SIG. Nimda is only 2/5 of a soul. Read our super chats, then read them backwards. Doing that.
That's
thank you,
not
Moonman.
correct, sir. Nimda's 3/5.
3/5 of a person. Yeah, I think that's right.
Yeah.
JLG says, lock in those 50 years now before the collapse. Yeah, so maybe if you can get a fixed rate at like 3% for 50 years and then you just pay it off early, maybe there's an option there that is actually better for you, but that means you're financially literate to begin with.
I mean,
which,
yeah,
let's be real,
if
you're throwing money at this stream, you're probably not very financially literate. Like, not to throw shade at anyone here specifically, but I'm just saying. Rads for 2 says, did I miss the GoFundMe part? Well, if Vintage does need to crowdfund for resources for a lawsuit, we will all absolutely be there. As of yet, I don't think it's gotten there. Chud for 2 says, maybe time to incredibly Cassie O'Shawn. Please don't do that. Or do it. Maybe it's just because it's funny. Thank you, Chud. Pepe Silva for 2 says, Vintage, check your dang email. Send him it again. Thank you, Pepe Silva. Podden Dogs for 2 says, don't let poopy boomer sig lover on show. FFS? No. Why not? Dude, it could have been one of the greatest crash outs of all time, Todd and Dogs. We could have had, think of what we could have had. Thank you, Todd and Dogs. Also, I did get a response back from Gundome. He says, no, I'm drunk. You have no power here. So Cody Ripito denied coming on. Tragic. Karl Marx is retarded. Throw coming from Plane for 2 says, Vintage about to get that BK for a sponsor. Dude, I take a Burger King sponsorship. Their food's garbage, but I take a sponsorship.
Arby's. We need Arby's.
Arby's would be funny, and I would just play the AI ads for their ad spots. Chud McGill for 2 says, Double-Out Sean is getting Chris Chand. No way. I could see this leading down a very bad path for both of them. Quite literally, I could see this going down a very bad path. Thank you, Chud. Carver for 2 says, just duel him, bro. Does this look like somebody you want to fight, bruh? You want to handle all that? You want to handle all that, good man? Thank you, Carver. Moonman for 2 says, how do we also feed Double Out Sean misinfo? Well, I mean, he does have an email on his website or on his YouTube page.
I think he does
Thank
it
you,
himself.
Moonman. Jim Eagle for 2 says, Vinny Vintage as your top hitman, me versus Sean? No, we do not condone violence against individuals on this show. We would never do that. Thank you, Jim. Central Sands Defense for 5 says, the pedophile claims are major legal issues. LE will destroy people's lives over these false claims. I've unfortunately had to investigate these. Yeah, no, I mean, these are like if somebody was going to do a background search on Vintage Warfare and he came across the short saying Vintage Warfare is a pedophile, right? That's going to look really bad. And that is reputational damage. And people can find these and they will just assume, they'll just take in the information and be like, oh, well, that could be true. You never know. Which is why you don't allow people to defame you. HSB Snake for 5 says, to anyone who claims suing for serious defamation is gay, I wish you a very life-ruining defamatory claim. Not actually, but come on, guys. Yeah, exactly. It's like, oh, you shouldn't sue because he said some mean words to you. It's like, no, he called you a pedophile. You should take everything he has to protect you and your family. Huge Ass for 5 says, Sean is projecting classic lefty lunatic behavior. Very true. I agree with that. My rock hard cock for 2 says, thinking of Vintage during these hard times. The Light Spore, very similar vibe, hard while thinking of Vintage in these times. All right. Karl Marx is a retard for 2 says, Vintage 6 going dark. Modern Warfare music starts. End scene. Chud for 2 says, Richard Double Out Sean incredibly gassy. He's already on it, good sir. Thank you, Chud. Polly B for 2 says, Sean got albino aboriginal physiognomy. Yes. Yes. My rock hard cock for 2 says, I will cross swords in your name, Vintage. Thank you. Moonman for 5 says, for literally nothing, I will duel him on your behalf. I don't even subscribe to Vintage. I'm just in it for the love of the game. Now that's support right there. That's somebody who just does things to do it. Thank you, Moonman. Chromosome Hoarder for 2 says, Austin, do the truffle shuffle. Unbelievable. Thank you, Chromosome Hoarder. Moonman for 5 says, the duel will be measuring both Vintage and Sean's eye distance, and the loser with the worst physiognomy will be shot. I'm pretty sure, just saying, I think Double Out Sean is worse. He's going to fail a lot of the vibe checks here. Thank you, Moonman. Axefire for 10 says, can we scrub back and see the link, guys? No, you can't. Don't worry about it. Nobody joined. You actually could scrub back and see the link to join. Nobody's done it, though. Nobody's done it, so we're good. And even if they did, they would just be backstage and we would just kick them. So,
you know it's going to happen now.
That's fine. They just sit back there, sitting. They can't do anything. Iron Knuckles for 2 says, Vintage and a Trump. This has gone too far. Must be
Shut it
stopped.
down. Shut it down.
Moonman for 5 says, Amoko and I will duel him at sundown or before lunch. I am buying Chipotle for Amoko. Oh, that's very nice. It's actually kind of touching. That'll be a boy date. Boy date. You duel somebody and then you buy Chipotle.
Sundowning for Sean means something completely different, sir.
TK's Tiny Bean for 5 says, any chance Vintage is a unregistered offender like Trenches? Oh my gosh. Why the trench hate, bro? What is going on here? Thank you, TK's Tiny Bean. Heathen from Texas says, 2. Richard, Vintage with hearts, please. Sabardic Noticer for 5 says, Real Stolen Valor is claiming to be a drug war vet, but only ever selling weed. Yeah, I'm a veteran of the drug war. On the side of the drugs. We won. Thank you, Sabardic Noticer. Amorite Boy for 5 says, tell the new Cord members to drop their favorite slurs or be labeled as feds. We don't take kindly to feds in these Minecraft servers.
Where is it? Where is it?
You're getting called a slur. I don't know which one. Whichever one I feel like saying at the moment. You're getting called a slur.
There you go. Thank you, Amorite Boy. Karl Marx is retarded for 2. Says, Reno has the hot gayness look.
Reno has that 5 head.
Mark 2, Mod 1 for 5 says, just got here. I'll catch the VOD tomorrow. Would you like to lend me my brain stopped working. Would you like me to lend you a AR-9X SD barrel? Just the barrel. Haven't assembled the upper yet. No, I think I'm getting sent one, so I think I'll be all right. But thank you for that, Mark. Too appreciate that, good sir. Vintage Welfare for 5 says, if anyone is a melon head, it's me. I'm the one you want, Sean. Thank you, Vintage. Moonman for 2 says, we're all melon heads here. Indeed. Thank you, Moonman. Lucas for 5 says, using white girl therapist speak, what are the odds Double Out Sean is projecting with the child predator thing? If I were a betting man. All right. If. Moonman for 2 says, you peasant, read the super chats. Sig is boring. People love Sig. People love trashing on Sig. Come on, homie. Come on, Moonman. Chud for 2 says, piston guns are gay. No actual benefits. Only thumbs down. Dude, you and Nimda are about to have a duel. And Nimda actually has a kill count, Chud. So beware out there, bro. Subartic for 5 says, Eugene is upset about this bastardization of his perfect rifle system. See, people care about Sig. They don't like it, but they care about it. Thank you, Subartic. Tusk for 2. Hey, Tusk, hope you're doing well, man. Says, even my uncle thinks the new 516 is gay. Got him.
Pull it out of his ass.
Okay, for people not caring about Sig, they obviously care about Sig, Moonman. Dung, I almost said it. Dung Kike for 2 says, Raj and I made 516s 3 days ago. Quality parts, Sar. Thank you very much. Can't wait for Indo-Mimd extractors to break on my AR bolt. Madden for 10 says, I miss all the cool old rifles that they made. Jason Bourne had a bunch of the old SIGs. As a fan of piston ARs, I like how they placed the adjustable gas system on this rifle. Yeah, I think the rifle looks all right, but it's kind of MCX up front, AR-15 in the back. Which, I mean, the old 516 was kind of cool. I think the 516 Gen 2 is still the better way to go, bro.
I think the front end on that looks like a Bear Creek Arsenal.
Shh. Shut it. Thank you for the 10, Madden. Very generous of you, sir. Moonman for 5 says, bad takes all around. Ugly gun, ugly opinions, issuing chargebacks, and giving all the money to the rhinestone cowboy wigger. He's going to need it, bro. I don't even feel bad, dude. That man's going to need it. He couldn't raise $400 for his legal defense. Mike Concho for 5 says, a bolt action, a pistol, an AR that goes off on its own. I'm sold. The trifecta. Thank you, Mike Concho. Appreciate that, sir. Tusk the third for 2 says, here's a buzzword for Sean: toothpaste. Yeah, he needs to have a battle, a battle with a toothbrush, not with vintage. Basecamp for 2 says, done. I think that's in regards to making a slobber and sig video, which could be fun. Heathen from Texas for 2 says, when I look up MILF, something else pops up. Yeah, please do not Google Filipino MILFs near me. It's not real. Yeah, it's whatever.
Oh, you got to make sure you turn safe search off because it's war photos. So
HSB Snake for 2 says, need to write a nasheed for these guys. Mashallah. Carrie Handel for 5 says, Birdshot Sean versus Vintage Warfare versus Gun Gopher duking it out covered in coconut oil on the floor at SHOT Show 2026. Woo! What optic for a 16 to 22 inch 6.5 AR-10? Well, that's a wide range of barrel length you got there, bro. What? No matter what the caliber and length of the barrel is, how far are you actually going to be shooting? Like 400 yards? 500 yards? I mean, it also depends on your budget too. If you're on a medium budget, I would say the Athlon BTR Gen 2 2-12, or the Vortex Venom 3-15, or the new SLX 4-16, right? The new compact. Or if you need even more magnification and you're willing to spend more money, then our options go up from there, right? So really depends on what you want.
Athlon 1-10.
It's not great. I had both of them that I had died on me, so I would say no. Through like normal recoiling, so I would say no. I liked them when they were working. I liked them when they were working, but they didn't work very long.
4mm tubes, weren't they?
Yep. Yes, sir.
Yeah. See, that was on paper. It had checked all the right boxes.
Chips Dubbo for 10 says, you fellas in the Christmas spirit yet? Bro, I love listening to Christmas music. I love it. I love it, sir. I did say one thing, Chips. I'll come back to this in just a second, but people saying screw the 516, all piston are overpriced garbage. you understand that half of this show is just rage baiting half of the audience, and then we switch over to rage baiting the other half of the audience. Like, that's the show, right? It's angry the audience, the show, okay? It's who are we making angry today, dog? So if I showed like a normal AR on the show, it'd be Piston Master Race Superior. If I show a piston rifle on the show, then it's, wow, Pistons suck, they're gay, an abomination. Eugene Stoner would hate you. That's what it is. But I appreciate it. But go ahead with your Christmas story. Or Christmas spirit story.
My Christmas story started in summer because they were putting out the Christmas decorations on September 10th. That is far, far too early. Why? It's still summer. Why are Christmas decorations going out in summer?
I love the Caracal 816. That's gonna be my new personality, is the Caracal 816.
Turkish?
No, it's UAE, but it's German.
It's same, but different.
It's they bought the engineers from SIG, who bought the engineers from HK to make the 516. So it's just a Gen 3 416, but lighter and better. Thank you, Chips Debo. I hope the entire chat is in the Christmas spirit with how giving they've been. C Runner for 2 says, we love you, Vintage. Yeah, we love you, Vintage. Vintage our boy. Barry McCoxener for 2 says nothing, just drops it on the table and walks away. Thank you, Barry McCoxener. The Lightsboard for 2 says, getting PTSD thinking my family is talking. Oh, like voices in your head. Yeah, that happens to me all the time too. Subarctic Psycho for 5 says, no talent. Let's compare India's infrastructure to ours.
Just sewer systems.
Let's not, shall we? Let's take a look at their holy river versus your local creek and see which one is cleaner, shall we?
Holy shit, river.
Yeah, thank you, Subarctic. Dung Kike for 2 says, I am H1B for 6 are looking for yeah, of course you are. We got to talk about Indian habits, shall we, at some point in the future? We'll discuss their issue. Yeah, thank you, Mr. Kike. Nick Spence for 5 says, Trump's either a moron or being disingenuous. We don't need to import laborers from Korea. Well, Korea would be better than freaking India or some of these other retarded places, right?
Yeah,
it's 70% of H-1B visas are from India, and I think it should be 0%. Thank you. Moonman for 2 says, immigration is always just slavery. It usually is. It's taking away from the native population and taking the best away from the retard population across the world, making everybody just worse overall. It's just bad. Crack Viking for 5 says, SIG 516 Gen 3 bonus feature is to go off while carrying it at Sling's arms. We can hope. We can hope not. Well, I mean, it uses an AR fire control unit, though. So, I mean, it's got that going for it, as long as SIG isn't making the trigger. The Lightsport for 2 says, Sean's sundowning, Sleep Token mentioned. Dude, I don't like Sleep Token. I don't like their lead singer. I think his voice sounds like he's crying when he's singing. I don't like Sleep Token. I don't know if that's offensive to you, Lightsport, but I don't like Sleep Token. I think they suck. Thank you, Lightsport. Solo Gordo for 5 says, at this point, SIG should just focus on optics and cease any new production firearms. Well, you would say that, but I guarantee you the vast majority of their sales right now and of their revenue is still from firearms. 100% with all the contracts they have. Bro, dude, that's right. Yeah, Moonman says Sleep Token is for girls who hate their moms. Bro, there are a few girls that I know that are like, oh, Sleep Token is their favorite band. It's like, yeah, all right. Yeah, you have mommy issues. Yeah, Beyond Mid, Sleep Token, If Girls. Yeah, Sleep Token sucks. 6 months of super chats right now. I'm sorry, bro, but the chat's with me on this. Speaking of the chat being with me, the chat is unfortunately forcing me to be here to continue on this stream past the 3-hour mark as we take a look at this slightly offensive video for getting sued for $5 million by Kashyap Patel, the Agarthian Wigger himself. Well, he's not Jewish. But
concerning news. Over the weekend, I received concerning news that I was being sued for $5 million by Kash Patel's girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins. And the reason why might actually shock you. About a couple months ago, I posted this photo on the public social media platform X. I posted it with no caption, no suggestions of any malintent or any slander, defamation, or criticisms of character. I did so attached to an X post shared by another account that I'm not connected to that talked about government agents being compromised. Now Alexis Wilkins is saying that I owe her $5 million for damages, the exact evaluation of my company, and if I cannot come up with that money, that I'm going to have to shut down my business, give up all of my digital assets and my entire voice online in order to pay her back. So why does Kash Patel's girlfriend want to silence me? Well, it comes down to the lawsuit itself. Before anyone jumps to conclusion.
So $5 million, not even for mentioning her by name, but kind of third party, I guess, saying that or alluding to the fact that she's a Mossad agent, right? So we have Christian country singer Alexis Wilkins right here. I don't know how old she was in this picture. And then we have Kashyap Pramod Vinod Patel, Hindu Indian FBI director. Alexis Wilkins was a devout 24-year-old Christian when she met Kash Patel, 42-year-old Christian as in like Christian, right? 42-year-old Hindu Muslim, and started dating him. Now he's the FBI director. She's also the press secretary for Abraham Hamada, a Syrian Muslim member of the U.S. House of Representatives from Arizona and a former member of U.S. military intelligence. She is also a country singer based out of Nashville. She works for PragerU, a Jewish organization, is tight with the Daily Wire, a Jewish organization, and has ties to TP USA, that's had some issues of late. Yeah, so they have, you can go down the list of, who her father was and who these people were and some of their ties that they have to certain organizations, and you can make some inferences about Israeli intelligence connections. And I mean, I don't know about you, but when I look at somebody, like this, who's relatively pretty, that's a pretty young lady, right? Sure.
Yes.
Nothing special.
Very.
And, you have this one, almost double her age. It's like, I don't know. Maybe just the alarm bells are going off a little bit. Maybe just some strange coincidences here. Would. Hey, Mar saying meh. Okay. All right.
Well,
yeah, I mean, I'm
she's
just
not
saying
Asian enough for him.
honeypot. Yeah. Well, he was 42. I think he's older than 42. Yeah.
Conclusions and says, well, don't say that she's a honeypot. I'd like to say, I never did. I never would. I never felt like suggesting that, never even suggested that in my own head. So why am I being sued for something I never did? To give proof of that, in section 14 of the lawsuit, it states, while the defendant may not have included any caption to spell out the meaning of his post, he didn't have to. Ever since Kash Patel was appointed as director of the FBI in February of 2025, the conspiratorial corners of the internet and social media have been spreading false narratives about Miss Wilkins as an Israeli Mossad agent, spy, or quote, honeypot, who is only in the relationship with Kash Patel to spy on and manipulate the United States government. Defendant's wordless reply, it goes on to say.
Now, I wouldn't say that her only reason for being with him is to be a honeypot spy. I think that there might be an ulterior motive to promote her own career as well. But
it's possible, but I mean, she's already a country music singer. She's already successful in her own career. I mean, just what is
Trump's
an
base
FBI?
listens to a lot of country music.
Yes, but what does an FBI director even make? Like, there's a power connection there, but there's not a money connection there, as far as I'm aware. I mean, again, the physiognomy gap between these two is wild, right? So Kash Patel has fired FBI Assistant Director Stephen Palmer after Patel received extreme backlash for using taxpayer dollars to fly his girlfriend, Alexis Wilkins, performance at a wrestling event. As a result, Patel is trying to block the tracking of government jets after it was discovered that Patel used a $60 million jet to make the round trip. Numerous critics have called, are they going to sue an AF Post? Probably not. Numerous critics have called Wilkins a Mossad asset, with Patel responding that anyone attacking his girlfriend is a coward and endangering their lives. The jet scandal is the latest in a series of personal scandals that have occurred during Patel's tenure as FBI director, before and after the Epstein list, all that sort of retard stuff, many of which are related to his relationship with Wilkins, in addition to the numerous failures on the Epstein and Charlie Kirk investigations, right? So before girlfriend, the Epstein list, totally a real thing. We totally need to get it. After Mossad agent girlfriend, Epstein list doesn't exist. Don't worry about it, guys. It's a Democrat psyop. All right. I'm just noticing a pattern here. Also, very woman, very India coded to instead of taking responsibility for your own actions, when you get called out for doing something bad, you fire your assistant director. You fire somebody else for your bad actions to get the heat off of you. Brilliant. Brilliant. Kash Patel
lamb.
does not have a lazy eye. He has a hard working eye. They both just track wildly.
Yeah, one just works harder than the other one.
Yeah.
So to clarify, before we go any further, if you post a public photo of a government official and his romantic partner, who he's not married to, a very important fact we'll talk about, you as a private citizen or a member of the press can be bankrupted, have your entire company shut down, or completely mocked, slandered, and dragged through lawfare because of what? Because of your First Amendment protected rights. Now, I believe that this lawsuit is not only an attack on our First Amendment and our constitutional rights given to us.
Cash Eye is so lazy. It's getting EBT payments. Dog, bro. You can't just murder him like that, man.
Oh my god.
Killed live on television. Murdered straight up, dude. One eye towards Valhalla. That's right, brother. Where'd I put the image? That's right, brother. Keep those eyes on Valhalla, dude. Pure Aryan phenotype here. Oh my gosh. That's a good one. But no, so what's crazier here is there appears to be, or I shouldn't say appears, there's a possibility of a link between this girlfriend, right? What's her name? Wilkins?
Yes.
Is it Alicia Wilkins? I'm retarded. Alexis Wilkins. I forget things so fast. Between Alexa Wilkins, who is not married to Kash Patel, and to Kash Patel using FBI resources to help fund the lawsuit or help do the investigations for the lawsuit. Logan Sucks at Shooting for 5 says, gotta head out. I'm off to the gym. Mega Base. It's been far too long since I've been there last. Hope you all have a good night. Logan, I hope you have a great night. Mega Base. Go to the gym. Get buff. And then you will not suck at shooting. Just kidding, Logan. Love you, man. Have a good night, dude. So Lagorda for 5. Oh, yeah, we already read that one. Focus Trip's wife for 2 says, I'm here, bichachos. Hey. You don't talk to my fans that way, Anna. I'm gonna have to beat you and lock you in the basement again. I let you out for 5 minutes and you get an attitude. Focus Group's wife for 5 says that makeup works harder than any of you do on a daily basis. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. I mean, she got crazy eyebrows. She took whatever Hop is missing from his eyebrows. She stapled that to hers. All right. She took all the excess. She's probably sneaking into his room and shaving him at night.
By God, but I believe this is also a violation of SLAPP ordinances. This seems to be a proxy lawsuit, if anything, from Kash Patel himself, and I have the evidence to prove it. We'll start here by talking about what is this lawsuit about and why is it so concerning. As I just read in the previous section, Alexis Wilkins states that I never said anything about her being a Mossad agent. So how am I being sued for saying anything about that, considering I'm being sued for things I didn't say? Yeah, you heard that right. They're suing me for the implications based upon previous posts I had made on my X account, not about Alexis, not about Kash, but about the state of Israel. I take you to section 17 of evidence. Defendant frequently posts anti-Israel rhetoric accusing Israel of controlling the United States and its politicians, in which they share a post that I said Trump doesn't want to admit that Netanyahu doesn't fear him. Israel has more control over the USA than we do over them.
I need to see her from behind the judge. All right. Damn. Yeah, defamation by implication, totally bogus cause of action. Well, that's the thing, too. You can totally just pay a lawyer to make up something ridiculous. I don't think that it's serious. Well, it is serious, but I don't think that they're actually going to get the 5 million. They're trying to get you to shut up, right? They're trying to get you to stop.
Unfortunately, Elijah can't be bullied into shutting up. This is one dude
Yeah.
who just doubles down on shit.
Yeah. Oh, it's not going to happen. Good luck trying that. As far as the connections go, right? I mean, it's kind of sus, right? You say, "Oh, Israel has some connections that we don't really like, or maybe a little too much influence here or there," and they're like, "How dare you? We're going to sue you into oblivion for dare insinuating that we have the power to get you to stop speaking, and to prove that we don't have power over the media and the government. We're going to use the full force of it to stop you." It's like, it's not helping. It's not helping your cause, there, sir.
Our politicians are hook, line, and sinker, sold out to the Jewish state of regime. It's genuinely disheartening, and we must remove these parasites from AIPAC. They also posted more evidence in the lawsuit, nothing to do with Alexis Wilkins, nothing to do with Kash Patel, and nothing to do with me saying anything about her being a Mossad agent. I never said it, so they don't have evidence. So why is it that they've made the entire lawsuit about my thoughts on the Israeli government? That's highly suspicious. They also posted more evidence where I said my entire feed is just about people glazing Israel and defending the occupation of our nation. It's incredible. It all happened after the forced TikTok sale on behalf of the ADL. I also said you either get Israel-controlled politicians who hate you or foreigners who hate you. Welcome to America. I hate it here. And one of the last posts they...
Real. And then Trump's like, you know what, Elijah? How about 600,000 more Chinese and 1 million more Indians? All right. How about that? How about that? He was right about that, though. I mean, 70-80% Congress, Senate has AIPAC influence at least, right? It's probably a conservative number. And then the immigrants that come here, they hate you, they disrespect you, they don't want to live. They want to live in their country, but here, basically, they want to import their culture. They don't care about yours. They don't care about your family. They don't care about your values, right? They just want to replace you. They want to conquer you. That's what it is, essentially. It's conquering with a nice coat of paint. How about that? How about that?
They put, there's many more that I'll read. Is it breaks my heart that Trump could have been if he wasn't a slave to Israel. Tragic. Now, if you're like me and you're wondering, what did I possibly do to receive a lawsuit for $5 million, which they suspiciously got the exact valuation of my intellectual property, that would force me to shut down and apologize and turn over all my assets to the district court, that would require me to turn over...
Well, and there is a bit of a Streisand effect here, of course, because now if you just look up Kash Patel or Alexis Wilkins, this is all you get. Just in, Kash Patel's definitely not a Mossad honeypot girlfriend. Alexis Wilkins warned that sleeper cells are preparing to attack America. Totally normal, non-Mossad honeypot thing to say. So yeah, totally not false flag operations incoming. Totally not distraction events incoming. Certainly not. It's a little strange. A little strange. But yeah, now this is all the people are going to talk about. They're going to talk about Trump being a retard and Kash Patel and his totally not a Mossad agent girlfriend going after them, going after Elijah here.
For communications in Discovery, which I'll talk about what we're planning on doing and how we're going to be responding to this.
Oh, Asian Massage Reviews, who happens to be Native American, says, going hard against the Euro squatter mentality. Nice. Oh no, we conquered you. You lost. You didn't even put up a fight. Like, it was pathetic. We let you survive as a pittance, I guess, out of pity for your race. Like, you're welcome, I guess.
I mean, they tried to...
I'm going to tell you, this is a very dangerous precedent for the American people, because the entire evidentiary case they have against me is that I do not support Israel, that I do not believe that Americans are free, that we are occupied by Israel, and that my criticisms of Kash are why this is filed. Now, let's talk about this. I want to clarify these things. I never said anything about Alexis Wilkins, period. She said that I had a wordless reply. Sounds dystopian, doesn't it? She also said I didn't imply anything about her being a Mossad agent. In fact, it says that I just posted a picture of our unmarried head of intelligence in our country, one of the single most important positions in the world, that is dating a girl who we know nothing about. He is not married in a committed relationship by law. That's important. And he's on the dating market. Do you want your FBI director to be on the dating market? I just think it's interesting, whether he's with her or anybody else. It's like, yeah, people can, be susceptible towards whatever's going on. And that's not even why I posted the photo. But, well, people could be. So what would be wrong if somebody even did imply that? I didn't imply it. But it's like, even if they're accusing me of doing what they say I did, is there a crime in just wondering if your intelligence agencies are being led by uncompromised individuals? No, obviously not. Look at James O'Keefe's entire investigative portal.
Yes, that's what I was just about to say.
Go ahead.
That's his entire shtick, James O'Keefe. He gets desperate men who are on dating apps, and he sends in fairly attractive women, and they go on a couple of lunch dates or dinner dates, and these guys just start opening up and telling their entire story.
Are you telling me that these guys don't have matching physiognomy here? You don't think they're from the same status in society?
Yeah, but makeup up or not, makeup can't hide those. Yeah.
We love you, AMR. Never change, AMR.
I wonder if he probably seen the smallpox blanket.
No. AMR is always very funny. He hangs out in all the streams, and we appreciate him very much. And we'll have to fight someday. I think that's how it's going to work out today. Me and him are going to pull up to what's that place in New Mexico? Two Guns, New Mexico. We'll meet there, and then the backdraft of our duel is going to be Double Lot Sean and Vintage Warfare going at it. It'll be honestly, we'll just make it tournament style, okay? So the winner of those two has to fight each other after that, okay? We'll just make it tournament style.
Yeah, Rumble Royale.
He literally finds unmarried government officials in
Lance, I already did. I sent him an email. I thought I sent him an email, and he didn't join. I sent Cody Ripito an email, or not an email. I sent him the invite link on Twitter, and he declined to join because he was drunk. So I tried to get them both on here to fight, but it didn't happen.
Intelligence operatives from the CIA, and he sets them up on fake dates, uses them to get sensitive information, and then compromises entire departments. It happens all the time. Americans have the right to question if that's happening to anyone in our government. Doesn't matter if they're a private citizen or a public figure like Miss Wilkins, who, by the way, Cash has said is a public figure. He boasts all the time how she's one of the most popular country singers of all time. She's also a PragerU commentator, another organization tied to the IDF and Israeli government, allegedly. Well, I'll tell you this. I have to ask yourself the question here. If the head of the FBI girlfriend is suing a private citizen and a journalist for posting a picture without any inference, based only on the evidence that he criticized a foreign government, we have to ask ourselves, not only is Alexis Wilson foolish, is she stupid? That's my question. How dumb are you that you would file this lawsuit? You're making a mockery of yourself, your own intelligence. You make embarrassing your boyfriend. But most importantly, you're embarrassing the FBI.
The FBI has been an embarrassment, and like we've already pulled it up before, but he's already gotten in hot water for doing stuff with his girlfriend. But this is it. This is a middle-aged to older man dating somebody who is far out of his league, right? Far, far out of his league. Like, this is a above average female, way below average male, much older. You're going to do crazy, stupid things for it. There's a term for it where you get a girl that's way too good for you, and then she kind of controls you, right? Or you do stupid, you go way further than you would if it was somebody within your own league, or if you were more confident in yourself, right? I mean, this is quite literally probably better than the best that somebody like Cash could get normally without a status.
Well, I mean, look at his
right?
smile.
Just look at him, would you? It's a little hard sometimes, all right? It's a little hard to tell if he's looking at you. You know what I'm saying? A little hard. Guns Blazing Ranch says, I offered Vintage $1,000 to the charity of his choice if he won a boxing match at SHOT Show against Overton. Well, see, that's the thing, Gun Blazing Ranch. I wouldn't get into a boxing match for $0.
No.
I would not train for 12 weeks. Like if you have a 12-week training camp, I wouldn't do 12 weeks of training, go injure myself, either in the camp or in the fight for $0. For $0. That would not happen. It would never happen. I would do a fight for sure, but you'd have to offer me $10,000. I wouldn't do it for less. Like, why would I ever injure myself for nothing? Right? For nothing. It's not, internet beef is not worth fighting over, right? What are we, retards? And I'm not saying that you're saying we're retards or anything else like that, but like $1,000 is nothing.
Now, duels and internet beef squashing should be done via paintball guns. That's if you want to have a duel with somebody to settle the difference, a dispute, do it with paintball guns and record it. Put it online. Close distance. They hurt. It's fun.
The United States government and overall the Trump administration with your foolish attempt to try to intimidate and bully someone from being able to use their First Amendment right. So I ask myself these two questions. Does Kash Patel know about this? Well, if he doesn't, and he doesn't know that his girlfriend is waging million-dollar lawsuits using, according to Max Blumenthal in the Gray.
That's a fair point, Chud Vane. Have you ever seen the quote-unquote women Indians have to work with over there? Can't really blame the guy for jumping on the first piece of Mitch ass that comes his way. Yeah, I mean, compared to the rest, pretty above average.
Zone. She's using Kash Patel's.
Well, like, I mean, I know people are insane online when it comes to like beauty standards, and people think that like you need like Sydney Sweeney's an 8 or a 7, right? Some people say, oh, Sydney Sweeney's a 6, and it's like, all right. It's like there is no possibility of a 10, right? Or they're just hyper specific. It's like, she's a pretty young lady. Okay. She's a pretty young lady.
I will say Sydney Sweeney got a lot hotter in my eyes after that interview last week.
Yeah. Yeah, there's meta reasons why she might be prettier. I mean, but I think a 6 is fair, but a 6 is a pretty girl. It's above average, right? She's skinny. She has a relatively nice body. It's like, it's fine. Nothing special, but fine, right? It's good.
Legal Resources, his own law firm. She's using the FBI director's law firm. Now, that's Max Blumenthal's reporting. We'll see if that turns out to be true. Well, if he doesn't, what kind of FBI director doesn't know that his girlfriend is filing frivolous lawsuits against the press for an ungodly amount of money using his attorneys and his name to weaponize the legal system against the journalists and a media company? True. Now, if he does know, this is a proxy lawsuit now by Kash Patel, the FBI director of the USA. And now this is problematic because now you have the most powerful law enforcement agency in the entire country trying to stop private citizens from posting public pictures I guess they don't like. Are we allowing ourselves to do that? Are they allowed to do that? I don't think so. So now, of course, we're on the fence here. If we allow
Well, speak for yourself, Shadow Force. You see what I'm working with, okay? I've got some options, all right? You've seen them in the chat. You know what they look like.
Kash and his girlfriend, who are now obviously, this lawsuit wasn't about her. It entirely deviated from anything about her. It was all about my criticisms of Kash, the way Kash has been under stress, and again, paints me as an anti-Semite. Now, why would they do that? Well, there's only two reasons. Either A, they're trying to make the court think I'm a bad person so that they'll rule in her favor by smearing me and slandering me with unrelated facts, or B, that's what this lawsuit is about. And I believe the latter. They're both true, but the latter. This lawsuit is about silencing critics of Israel. Now,
and I think that this is bad precedent too, which is why this is a little bit more important, because
100%.
if you can't criticize Israel or make even just insinuations online without specific claims, that's a very, very dangerous place to be in, right? It's one thing to have a $7,000 per post payment plan, right, for pro-Israel shill retards. But it's another thing, like imagine if there was a nationwide $7,000 fine for posting anything anti-Israel or anti-APAC, right? And it was a fine, right? I know, but let's say if this sort of thing gets litigated civilly and there's precedent for this sort of thing, like you can't make these types of insinuations. Listen, man, you can connect some dots, but not those dots, all right? That's a little too much noticing for you, good sir.
Kind of stuff happens in Australia where they don't have God-given rights. It happens in the UK. But the fact is, well, she might argue, hey, she's a public figure. She's not a government official. But if she's using the director's law firm, this is very serious. This is a proxy lawsuit to bully me, the American people, a small independent media company, into not being able to comment on our elected and appointed government officials, their affairs, and their public life. We are taking this on full force. My company will not be intimidated by government officials, their proxies, or Trump's inner circle. We did not take money from Miriam Adelson, and here at the Rift TV, going to rifttv.com, we are asking you guys to support us in this legal fight because, again, we have been implicated on nothing. We have been accused of nothing. We have been told that we said nothing wrong We have never been accused of lying. And by any fact, there's nothing in this lawsuit that states that we did anything criminal, libel, or defamatory. All it states, and you can see the documents there at the Gray Zone article linked here, all it states is that we are critical of Israel, and therefore we are endangering her reputation and her husband's or her boyfriend, whatever they are. We don't know what they are. And that is enough to ruin your life. Do you want to live in a country like that? Well, we're striking back legally. We've attained one of the biggest legal teams in the state of Florida in the circuit court who has graciously taken us on. We will be taking legal donations. There is a legal fund below to take on the federal government, which we believe is doing this by proxy. We are filing to dismiss this and pursue further legal discovery. We would like to obtain communications between Kash Patel and his girlfriend to find out if he knew about these lawsuits, to find out if she ever informed him, and to go under discovery and under deposition to find out exactly what went on. Now, she's not just...
Now, I don't think it's going to get to discovery phase at all, but I am going to link both the video, which I just put in there, and the give, send, go. Oops, that's too long. How did that... Come on. What's your problem, homie? Give me, copy, paste that in there for you, sir, so that you can check it out if you want to support a good cause, that being not being forever cucked by Israel or foreign nations. And it is interesting to me that they're going after Elijah, but none of the other big guys. Like, they could very easily go after Tucker, although he's a huge name with a lot of money behind him and CIA ties. Nick Fuentes, who also has a lot of money behind him, right?
CIA ties.
And then slightly offensive, right? So Elijah is right now the canary in the coal mine for this sort of thing. Now, I would like to go to discovery and we can figure out exactly what the retarded FBI director Kash Patel has been up to, and if there is some sort of collusion between him and his alleged honeypot girlfriend. Don't sue me for $5 million, okay? That's the thing, bro. If you look into my net worth, it's not a lot of zeros on that, okay? So Elijah, $5 million, like, that's a good amount of money. He's built something up really cool. Good for him. If you try and go after me, Kash or Alexis, like, I'm just telling you, there's not much there, bro. There's just not much, right? Not even worth it, dude. Honestly, it's not even worth the paper that the lawsuit is printed on. Let's be real.
As far as Elijah being the canary in the coal mine, he's been ahead of the curve on several things. He was the one who was on the ground during the Kenosha riots. He interviewed Kyle Rittenhouse before the shooting. He was the one who brought to light the flaws with Black Rifle Coffee Company. Elijah's been there for a lot of the stuff. I don't agree with him on a lot of things. He's very difficult to listen to on a live stream. He rambles more than I do.
I've had other people on his show that are much... It's like one of those guys where you watch him when there's other people on his show that you really like, you know, and he's a good facilitator for that sort of thing. He's not my top guy, right? Not at all. But I'm still glad that he's out there doing the right thing and saying most of the right stuff, right?
Yeah, it's similar for me for Tim Pool. I can't watch him on his own, but when he has other guests on and there's an actual conversation going on, it is nice to listen to in the background.
Yeah. 100%. I mean, I don't know if there'll be some sort of settlement or whatnot, but I hope that it just, honestly, I kind of hope that it just goes away and Elijah, you know, pockets 50K or something like that. Maybe that's the real psyop, right? It's like you get somebody to sue you for an exorbitant number, you take all the legal fees, and then you just pocket it, right? Because nothing ever happens.
Suing him for $6 million, he ends up with $271,000.
Yeah, you know, I'll take $271K. It sounds like a good deal to me, right?
Yeah.
Well, Tim Pool is retarded.
Tim Pool is retarded, but he has on a lot of really good guests.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he's retarded. I think he's obviously a smart, talented guy. I just disagree with him. He's one of those guys that's like a decade behind the curve. Like, he's probably where I was in 2016. And he's slowly
behind the curve. But
he's slowly moved.
Everyone.
Well, he's slowly moved more to the right, you know, and like came to like more reasonable opinions on things. But it's one of those things where I'm not really interested in people who are so far behind.
Only reason why he moved to the right was because the riots in 2020 happened, and there was fucking shootings right outside of his apartment, and there was helicopters hovering over his apartment, and he's like,
yeah, but that's what it takes. People have to actually be personally affected, right? It's another thing to see things online and to be like, wow, this is kind of crazy. Why is this happening? To move to, oh, we actually have to deport everyone, don't we? It's like we have to re-immigrate. Oh, we have to get rid of these people. Oh, we can't actually coexist with these people, right? It takes a while to get to that point. All right, gents, we're gonna finish up here and hop on out as we're closing in on 4 hours. Moonman for 5 says they didn't try to fight. They didn't have real armies or guns or even horses. Not participating in the tech tree means they didn't fight like animals. Well, yeah, if you had invented the wheel, it might have been a good starting point. God Before Money, very base for 2, says Apex Gun Parts has a 10.5 516 upper for $850. If you look at those uppers have rust on them. So I don't know if I want to spend the better part of $1,000 on a rusty 516 upper. Slightly tempting. Moonman for 5 says country music singer with eyes darker than the Ganges. Yeah, we know you aren't from around these parts. Got some dark features, right? Some Semitic features, some might say. Thank you, Moonman. The Lightspore for 2 says above average ? I'm not somebody who has like, I don't know, maybe I just cope, but maybe I don't have insane beauty standards. Like, I don't know. 9 or a 10 is like Ana de Armas and Sydney Sweeney. Like those are like pretty top of the line. And then it's like somebody a couple steps down from them, 7 or 8. It's like, oh, they're still very pretty. And a lot of people, as long as they're skinny and have a relatively pretty face, like fine, attractive. It's good, whatever. Congratulations.
And you give me shit for saying.
Well, because you like Latinas.
But Ana de Armas, she's Cuban.
Well, right, well, okay. She actually has Spanish descent. All right, I double checked. All right, Spanish, which is pseudo-European, pseudo-white, almost white. How about that? She's almost white.
Oh yeah, light enough eye color I use.
So, dude, as soon as I bring it up, they just self-report. Spanish, yeah, I know. Ana de Armas, fine. Hey, don't talk about my wife that way. How dare you? You're gonna get stabbed when you open that basement door, dude. I know, she's banging on it right now, screaming at me. She's, it's funny when they scream in Spanish. You don't know what they're saying. It's just kind of endearing, they're talking so fast. Whatever. I'm sure it's fine. All right, Richard, what do you got going on, homie?
Let's see. Tomorrow I've got a couple videos coming out, specifically one about the 50-year mortgages from Housing and Urban Development. That's wonderful news. So,
that sounds like
if you guys are still hanging out here and you're not aware, I don't know what you're doing this whole time, but I run the second channel, Focus Clips. I take the streams and I cut them into little bite-sized segments that are easier to consume, easier to share, and watch it. Hit the like button, subscribe, please. It's all free and it really helps us out.
Heck yeah. Well, gentlemen, I have more videos on the way on the main channel, of course. I've been in the booth recording things. I think my next video is going to be a pure meme video, and it is going to be GunTube explained by a moron. The entire premise of the video is going through every GunTuber and explaining them in the worst way possible. So just jokes the entire time. It's just jokes at everybody's expense the entire time. That's it. It's the entire joke. Entire video. Should be a good time. So if you have any jokes that you want to be written about your favorite YouTubers, you should message them to me in the Discord, and I will I'll make it happen. How about that? But yeah, check out Focus Clips, linked in the live chat. Let me go ahead and link it once again for you fine, degenerate gentlemen. And with all that out of the way, thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. I will see you in the next one.